everybody, and welcome back to That's Football. Half an hour later, and I am back again with Germany versus Hungary. And I'll tell you something, if it's anything like Croatia versus Albania, we are in for an absolute cracker. Euro 2024 has been absolutely amazing so far. It's been scintillating, it's been sizzling, it's been honestly super exciting. And Maud has left the building, and I'm now joined with Tol. Tol, you excited?
Yep, looking forward to it. Expecting to see the same Germany, expecting to see a similar result to the Scotland game.
Oh, really? You were expecting it to be like
Yeah.
they got up to 5 goals last time.
I think...
I need to take this off. It's boiling.
I think Hungary will put up a bit more of a fight, just because, you know, they've got to have a little look at Germany in the Scotland game. So I think they'll be a little bit more prepared than Scotland will. But yeah, I still expect it to be like 3-4-0, to be honest with you. Yeah,
I do expect it to be a Germany win. Like, I do expect that, especially considering how good Germany were on the opening day of the tournament. I mean, get in the chat all your thoughts, get your feelings in. Can Hungary make a comeback? I mean, looking at Hungary's last result, they got beat 3-1 off Switzerland. A lot of people had Hungary in for their underdogs. I mean, 3-1 from Switzerland. I watched that game and Switzerland were a lot better. I mean, do you think... But Hungary have got some decent players. Do you think there's anyone that can kind of, like Sloboslai, come out and do the business for them today? Kind of show the rest of the world that, you know what, we aren't going to lie down and just easily turned over?
Wouldn't completely write them off, but it just looks very unlikely. I mean, maybe if they were against a different opponent, then you'd probably give them a bit more of a chance. But with it being Germany, probably the tournament favourites on German soil, it's all up against them, isn't it? I don't think they've got much chance, to be honest.
I mean, what about Germany for you? I mean, you're looking at Germany and you're thinking, God, their team unchanged as well. Unchanged from the other day. They look fantastic at the moment. I mean, was it just one of them where it was like, you know, the opening day, it's on home soil, you know, we've blown Scotland away. Do you think it's like, you know, opening day excitement, or do you see them going like proper far in this tournament?
I've got them as my winners. To be honest with you, and half of the reason being the fact that they're on home soil. I think it makes such a big difference. I mean, you can use England as a case study in the 2020 Euros. They managed to get to the final playing on home soil. So I do think it makes a massive difference, just with the, you know, the preparation, the psychology of it. You know, not having a different environment around you, not having to adapt to a different climate. And not to mention the obvious quality in the team, like literally 11 players of just stacked quality all over the pitch. Probably one of the strongest midfields out of any team in the tournament. So yeah, obvious favourites for me, Germany.
The atmosphere will be incredible over there for them. Of course it will be. Any players that you are eyeing up to watch today, like anyone who you're like, I can't wait to see them play today? And get in the chat as well. Any players that you're excited to see play today, put them forward, let us know, and we'll discuss it.
Toni Kroos. Obviously, it's a pleasure to watch Toni Kroos, and it's the last time we get to see, not this game, but, you know, this tournament, it's the last time we get to see Toni Kroos. So
can I just say about Kroos, it's mad to think how good he still is, considering he's about to retire.
He doesn't have to retire, does he?
He doesn't.
He does not have to retire. Maybe see a Paul Scholes thing where he comes back. Maybe. He doesn't have to come back though. He's already won it all, hasn't he? But yeah, he's the one that you know, I'm kind of cherishing watching him, if you know what I mean. But in terms of Germany, you can probably pick any player on the team and just you can probably pick any random player, close your eyes, pick one player, and then just talk about why he's the one you're watching. Look at the midfield. You got Wirtz, Musiala, Kroos, Kimmich playing at the back, but you know, that's basically another technically gifted, basically midfielder playing in the back line. So yeah, Toni Kroos is my one, but quality all over the pitch.
For me, it's Musiala again.
I actually picked him for my player of the tournament.
Yeah, Musiala, just for me, he just looks so good. And can I just say, the fact that England let him slip is ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
Do you know what? Do you know what though? I guarantee you, if Musiala had opted to play for England, I guarantee you that Southgate would be benching him.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because that's just, like, it's just, that's the sort of manager we are.
He'd probably just be shoved out on the wing. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like, or he'd be benched, or he'd even forget he exists. Like, it's crazy they managed to let that talent slip through the ranks. It really is. But obviously, playing for Germany, doing super, super, super well. I mean, there's other players for Germany that really do stand out as well. I mean, they've got a good team. Even Havertz, who I honestly wrote off while he was at Chelsea, had an amazing season for Arsenal, and now he's looking good for Germany again, playing in that role that he's developed in. I think Havertz is one to watch as even, honestly, someone who could be up there for top goal scorer of the competition.
Yeah, I like Fulkrug, who even though he's on the bench, I enjoyed watching him for Dortmund last year. So they've got players to come off the bench as well, not just quality in the team. And he scored one in the opener as well against Scotland. But then again, who didn't score in the opener against Scotland? So yeah, should be a good game.
Yeah, and everyone also in the chat, Mark will be doing the 8 p.m. game. He can't do every single watch along. I know it's Germany. I know it's a good game today, but please stay and watch it with us, and we'll have some good chats. Get the chats going. We'll have some good topics lined up, and we'll get the interaction going, and hopefully we'll see a proper good game as well. So thank you everyone for being with us. Thank you for getting your likes in, getting your chats in. Let us know what you want us to talk about. That super chat. I honestly,
I was waiting for you to pick up on it.
I'm not reading it out. I'm really not reading it out. But yeah, anyway. Genuinely. Hungary, for me, Kerkez is obviously the left back that Manchester United have been linked to a lot. He plays for Bournemouth. I watched him against Switzerland. Wasn't really that impressed, to be honest with you. For Bournemouth, I thought he was very hit and miss last season, like a good player but inconsistent at times, but definitely has potential, so I'd be excited to watch Kerkez. Also Sloboslai as well for Liverpool.
Familiar face. He's the only really familiar face apart from Kerkez who's in there. Varga I've seen a couple of times, but apart from that, the other 8 players in the 11 I'm not familiar with at all. Hungary need to get something though, otherwise they're probably going out. So they're going to play like their life depends on it. You never know, Beth. It's the Euros, it's international football. Sometimes the unexpected can happen. But I would be very, very shocked.
Anything can happen. Also, I'm just looking at Germany's back line. Like Rudiger and Tah together as a centre-back partnership. Like that is aggressive. It is hard to beat. It genuinely is hard to beat. Germany, honestly, looking at Germany's starting 11 on paper, like it is up there.
Is Tah still playing for Leverkusen?
I think he's about to sign for Bayern Munich.
Oh, really?
Or maybe, has he signed yet, chat? Do you know? I know he was highly linked to Bayern Munich, 100%, so we'll have to see. But get in the chat what you think, guys, in there. Get in the chat if you know what's actually happening with Tah at the moment. I don't think he's officially signed for Bayern Munich, but I think he's along the lines of about to sign for Bayern Munich for sure. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I mean, before we get in and into this game and before it kicks off, what's been your favourite game of the tournament so far, do you reckon?
Do you know what? I was literally saying before, I've pretty much missed all the good games. So the Turkey game, I didn't get to see. And then there was another one. What was the one yesterday, which was good? I can't remember. The one before, the Portugal one. Or was that the Turkey one? That was the Turkey one. Oh, that was the Turkey one. Yeah. So that was the main one everyone was talking about. Oh, the one you were watching before, Croatia.
Croatia and Albania. That was a cracking game.
I didn't get to see it because I was getting here, obviously. So the best game I've seen, probably the one we watched, actually, Netherlands, Poland. That's probably the best one I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good game, to be fair.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
You look at Musiala there, like, you know, you can see him now, the coverage is that he's getting. Like, he's such a promising talent. I've put him down as my young player of the tournament, but I can understand why you've put him down as your player.
Yeah, I just went for my... since I picked Germany to go and win the tournament, I thought obviously pick a German player as the player of the tournament, and he was the one who stood out for me in the game against Scotland. What's
your score prediction?
For today? Today I'll go with... do we think Hungary are going to score? They've got to do something, haven't they? Because like you said, it's do or die for them today. But I just don't see there's not enough quality in the team, is there? Maybe a moment of magic from Szoboszlai. You know, he likes a long-range effort. Do you know what? Yeah, we'll go... Scotland managed to get one, didn't they? I'll go 3-1 Germany.
I was literally about to go 3-1 Germany. So
And I'll go with a Szoboszlai long shot as the goal.
Szoboszlai long shot. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
I can't see anywhere else where they're going to get a goal.
You've gone 3-1. I think they will score because they're going to play like their life depends on it.
That's what I'm saying. They've got to do something.
This is literally do or die for them, and they're probably going to go out the tournament if they don't win today. Because you can see Switzerland grasping second place from that group, and then you can't really rely on third place in this group as well. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But Germany is so well coached, Nagelsmann. I think I'm going to have to go with 3-1, But I want to go with something different.
I didn't even when we were talking about why I picked Germany, I didn't even mention Nagelsmann.
Bellingham and Musiala are in their England tops. I'm sorry, shame on whoever was managing that situation at England, the fact that they just allowed him to go to Germany. Like, genuinely.
Shame on Fulham. Fulham let him go.
Fulham, I know.
Shocker.
It is mad, isn't it? I mean, he would have ended up going anyway, let's be honest, but they could have got a big...
It's madness, but it actually happens...
Could have got a big fee for him,
It happens a lot, it happens a lot where players will get let go and end up becoming world class. There's so many examples of it. He's just another one of the examples. It happens all the time. It's strange though, isn't it? Because you'd think, it's not necessarily always obvious at first that a player's going to be world class. Sometimes it could probably depend on a manager or even just like the players around them. Do you know what I mean? It can be a certain set of people around you that unlocks it. I imagine Musiala in the English team though, God.
Well, it's like a few examples. Obviously, he's not world class, but he's a very good player. It's like, I swear Martinelli came for a trial at United and we didn't end up signing him. Yeah. And then obviously now he's starting for Arsenal. I mean, there's definitely been a lot of cases like that. Everyone in the chat, get in an example of a player that got let go.
Yeah, teams let go too early.
And then they went on to do really well. I think Declan Rice is one of them. Got let go of Chelsea.
That's true.
Got let go by Chelsea.
Yeah.
And then ended up, obviously, now he's absolutely unbelievable and playing for Arsenal in that midfield and doing...
Sure, I always hear Mbappe had a trial at Arsenal or something like that. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that before.
I thought he had a trial at Chelsea.
Oh, was it Chelsea? Might be Chelsea.
But I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
De Bruyne at Chelsea, Salah at Chelsea.
De Bruyne at Chelsea is a really good one. Yeah. Again, though, it could be, to be honest, Mourinho's always been like that with young players. There's so many examples of young players where Mourinho's kind of, not give the time of day to, and then they go on to be, a quality player.
The only one he gives the time of day to is Scott McTominay. Hey.
Yeah, the best one.
Odegaard, I mean... Kind of, really.
Yeah.
Conor Gallagher says Todibo deal off. I am seeing this. Obviously, we're not in the United stand, we're on That's Football, but I will quickly touch on it. Apparently, Todibo, the most likely destination for him now is Aston Villa, and it's not looking likely with United anymore, but we'll see how that develops. Oh, apparently it's coming straight from Fabrizio now, actually.
Oh, right.
Let me go and get it up, have a look. Obviously, this is That's Football, and we will be mainly talking about the Euros, but... Oof. Okay, that's a big blow. Fabrizio Romano says exclusive Jean-Claude Blanc. Oh my gosh.
Jean-Claire
Todibo deal for Manchester United is currently off and highly unlikely due to UEFA deals. So, exclusive from Romano is that the Todibo deal for Manchester United is currently off and highly unlikely due to UEFA rules. Talks were advanced with all parties, keen for months, but Nice and Manchester United, with same ownership playing same European competition next season, means no green light. So basically, Manchester United really wanted to bring Todibo to the club. They wanted to bring him from Nice, and Todibo wanted to come to Manchester United as well, and that is a deal that could have easily happened. And I was actually speaking the other day saying I don't get why this hasn't happened, because it's such an easy deal to do. But according to Romano, it's highly unlikely due to UEFA rules. So currently, Todibo to Manchester United is off because of the legal circumstances with that. I mean, get in the chat what you guys think.
Full steam ahead on Brantford.
We're probably going to miss out on him, and I know he's a massive fan favourite. Massive fan favourite among the United fan base. And plus, he was there for 40 million. 40 million. That's what we could have got him for. And for a centre-back of that quality, of that age, of them attributes, to make that step up, I think he was a really good option for Manchester United. So it is gutting.
So is that to do with Ineos
owning Nice and
right.
Manchester United, and we're in the same European competition. I just think
Right.
I don't know what the exact thing is that they have an issue with, but yeah, there's something in there. It's because they've got the same owner, basically. Yeah, Andrew Lee says you can hear Goldbridge screaming, "I can't speak over this disappointment." Goldbridge isn't happy. He's put in the chat FFS, if you know what that means, everyone. He's put in the chat FFS, so he's not happy. He's not happy with that. And it is a big L, to be honest, and somebody else is probably going to go and pick him up as well. He's going to leave Nice this summer. Tottenham are all over it in January. Apparently Aston Villa are going to go in for it now as well. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's where we're at. But the thing is, though, what I don't get is, like, you've got Man City and Girona.
Yeah.
You've got the Leipzig group. I don't get... I mean, someone would have to explain to me the differences, and that's what a lot of the chat are saying as well. Someone says, I thought that this wasn't a problem. I didn't think it was going to be a problem, and it's not a problem because... I mean, it's not a problem in the sense that we're playing in the same European competition. Nice and United are both allowed to play in the Europa League. So if we're allowed to play in the Europa League, why aren't we allowed to buy a player from... If we play... I don't understand. If we pay fair market value, which it was understood that Nice were willing to sell him for around 40 million, if Manchester United pay 40 million, why is that not allowed? I think it's because the way it flags up is... It's like you're giving 40 million off their books. Do you know
I was going to say
like
it must be
play.
like money laundering basically. It could be used as a way of money laundering. That's the only logical reason I can think of.
Obviously it's not, but that's the way it could be seen, which is like,
they pay, like you said, they pay market value. You'd think they'd bring that into account. Do you know what I mean?
Intercompany transactions are Junior says. Yeah. So, yeah. Todibo looks like he won't be happening. Gutted about that. But anyway, let's talk about the Euros. Let's talk about the game. I mean, Julian Nagelsmann, everyone says, you know, how much of a good manager he is now in international football. Here's one for you. Do you think he's the best manager at the tournament?
Yeah. Unless I'm missing out, he's better than Southgate.
Oh,
he's definitely better. He's definitely better than Southgate.
Better than Southgate.
Cheers, Bev.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'd probably say so. He's managed top clubs. Who was he at before Bayern? Was he at Leipzig? Nagelsmann. Yeah, he was at Leipzig, wasn't he? Yeah, so he's managed top clubs. I don't think there's not really too many. Unless I'm being really stupid here, there's not many.
I reckon Ralph Rangnick's up there.
Yeah, Rangnick. But even then, like, I'm trying to think of like there's usually like at least one or two big standout names, isn't there? There's not too many, unless I'm missing.
There's no one I could pinpoint. Honestly.
Yeah, unless I'm missing really obvious ones.
Deschamps, someone's saying, I'm not a big
Koeman,
fan.
maybe, like, but even then, he's not quite top.
Yeah, I think Nagelsmann's definitely the best manager in the tournament, personally. We've got a couple of super chats coming in here. Stephen Cogburn says, should have paid Dominic's release clause instead of Mount. Really controversial. I say stuff and people hold me to it. I don't think Szoboszlai's been all that.
For Liverpool or for Hungary?
For Liverpool.
Like, right.
I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's anything outstanding yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few players like that at Liverpool where they're kind of in, I don't know, I don't want to call it transition, but I suppose it kind of is. I think the way Klopp's left Liverpool, he's kind of set them up I don't think he's set them up in a terrible way. He's left them with, he's moved on some old players and brought in some young players. But it's like, which ones are going to be, they're probably not all going to end up being, you know, brilliant signings. You've got Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Diaz. I like the look of Gakpo, but like you were saying, he's not really like hit the heights yet for Liverpool. He looks good, but he's not really hit like the Sadio Mane or the Mo Salah heights. You know what I mean?
Well, here's one for you then.
Szoboszlai's kind of in that same grey area. Here's
one for you. So if you look at the creative players across the boards, if you had to rank in order, Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying his name right.
I don't know. I say Szoboszlai, sometimes I say Szoboszlai. I keep changing it.
I just call him Szoboszlai. Is that right? Szoboszlai, Odegaard, Bruno, De Bruyne, and Maddison.
Yeah.
What order are you putting them and getting the chat as well down below?
Right, in terms of creativity?
Just in terms of players.
Quality?
Quality, yeah.
All right, so top De Bruyne, and whether if we're talking creativity, chances created, statistically, it's Bruno. It just is. Look at the stats. He's done it. Topped the chances created stats every season for ages. But in terms of overall quality, I'd still put De Bruyne ahead of him. So yeah, I'd go, even Odegaard's a tricky one. I'll go De Bruyne. This is really tricky, this, actually. Bruno and, help me out here, Bruno and Odegaard, what order?
I'll tell you what I'm going. I'm going Bruno top, no, I'm joking. I'm going De Bruyne top, then Bruno, for me. And I get stick for this all the time. I get stick in my family for it. I think Bruno is better than Odegaard still. And Odegaard is amazing. I just rate Bruno so highly. So I'm going De Bruyne, and even De Bruyne himself said Bruno next. De Bruyne, Bruno, Odegaard, and then Szoboszlai, Maddison.
Bruno's done it for a long time now, hasn't he? Yeah, I'll go with Bruno. I'm just thinking Odegaard had a really good season.
Odegaard was unbelievable last season.
That's what I mean. It was
but are we just basing it off one season? This is what I say to everyone all the time. When everyone says to me, are you mad? Like, look how good Odegaard was last season. Odegaard was brilliant last season, but let me tell you a few things. Bruno was absolutely off the chart when he came to United. He scored.
He broke ridiculous.
He broke the record for most goals scored by a midfielder in one season.
A crap team as well, like a rubbish team.
If we're going off one season, all right then. Do you know what I mean? Also, Odegaard, show me your trophies with Arsenal. Bruno's won the Carabao Cup last year and won the FA Cup this year. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Odegaard is so good, and I think it just shows where I rank Bruno. I think if Bruno was in like a top team, people would be saying he's one of the best. Genuinely.
He still is one of the best, but I know what you mean. He kind of gets shoved to the side a little bit when it comes to that debate.
People don't like him because he plays for United, in my opinion.
That's bang on. Yeah, it is true. And it's just his whole character as well. He's one of those players where you love to have him, but you'd hate him to be on the other team. Like if he was on any other team, you'd hate him.
Yeah,
do you know 100%. What I mean? But that's the kind of players you want in your team.
This is what people get mistaken for, though. When I say I think Bruno's better than Odegaard, people think, how does she not rate Odegaard? No, I do. I think Odegaard's brilliant. He was actually up there for one of the players of the seasons for me last season, and he was in my team of the season as well. I think he was exceptional. But I'm talking about longevity. I'm talking about consistency. Bruno's been doing it for quite a few years now. And I think Odegaard has the ability to maybe surpass him because he's a bit younger. But Bruno and me at the moment, if I'm picking one, if I'm building like a team and I'm picking one to put in there, I'm picking Bruno personally.
Yeah. And to be fair, one last thing on Bruno is when you look at Bruno's off seasons, the numbers are like still ridiculous.
It's like this was an off season for Bruno, and he won Player of the Year for United.
Still great numbers.
He won Player of the Year, and it was an off season for him. And he turned up in that final.
Look at this German kit. First time I've seen that.
He turned up in the final massively for United as well in that FA Cup final against City, the best team in the world. So yeah, I mean, I know it's not a popular opinion, but I'm honest. Nader Kafel says, as a Liverpool fan, McAllister has been my favourite. McAllister was brilliant last season. Stephen Cogburn should have paid Dominic's release clause, yeah. Oh, and Otero says Sesko literally went from RB Salzburg to Leipzig. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how it's different, to be honest with you, but someone.
I'm sure quite a few players have. Like, I'm pretty sure there's quite a couple players who've gone from Salzburg to Leipzig.
No, there has been. So it's just, how do we make that the same case for us with Nice? I don't know what needs to be done. Ali says, why is City group allowed to buy Savio then from the same group in Girona? Did they buy him? Ryan Phelan says, Musiala, Jude, Palmer played for the same under-15s team. Wow. Could you imagine? That'd be...
Yeah, I wonder what under-15s team that is. Jeez.
Stacked. That'd be absolutely stacked. I heard that, I don't know if there's any truth in this, but I heard that Cole Palmer, like in his early days for Man City, used to still play like for his mate's Sunday league team, but he'd just wear a mask. Could you imagine the cheat code?
Isn't that the most Cole Palmer thing ever?
Could you imagine that? I bet he'd score like hat-tricks upon hat-tricks. HJ says Fabrizio on his YouTube channel, United cannot sign Todibo, transfer banned by FIFA because United and Nice are in the Europa League. I mean, we've just touched upon that, and we've just touched upon that, but City and Girona are both in the Champions League next year. Do you know what I mean? I swear Girona's in the Champions League.
I'm sure because everyone's going to be asking the question, Fabrizio will probably come out and give a little bit more
Girona will
clarity.
be in the Champions League next year because they came third in La Liga.
Yeah.
So I wonder what it is that is the issue with that one, to be honest with you. Interesting stuff.
But we've kicked off, Beth. We are 10 seconds in if you want to sync up.
We've kicked off, put the Todibo. Oh my gosh. Hungary, we were in there. Straight I was going to say,
it's a quick start from Hungary.
Well, they're fighting for their lives, aren't they now? Hungary, realistically, could have maybe done better with that opportunity then. But yeah, we'll put the Todibo talk aside. Wow. That's for the United Stand later. Tune in with Mark later on the United Stand. He'll have a lot to say about the Todibo deal. I'm sure he will.
What a start that was. To be fair to Germany, though, they picked the ball up straight away and just gone about business as if nothing's just happened.
That kit, by the way, that Germany kit is...
You liking it?
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, when you... I mean, actually, that's a good one. Who's your favourite kit of the... Who's your favourite kit of the tournament?
Ooh. I quite like Germany's home kit, actually. I do quite like Germany's home kit. Feels a bit like a retro Germany kit. Do you know, with like the flag going down the arms?
I think Portugal's. I really like Portugal's, to be honest. Yeah, City haven't bought players from Girona exactly because, yeah, he was the player that people thought that City had bought was actually on loan. So yeah, I knew that wasn't the case. Sometimes I let the chat bait me. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll know something and then the chat will say something and I'm like, I'm questioning myself.
Yeah, you doubt yourself.
Do you get what I mean? I mean, this game, I'm excited to see how early the first goal will be because everybody expects Germany to roll Hungary over and I don't think that's going to be the case, but we'll see. How do you expect Scotland to fare against Switzerland later?
Ooh, that'll be a good game, actually, because I expect to see... Do you know what I was saying about Hungary are going to be fighting for their lives today? I think Scotland will be more so because they've got more of a point to prove because of how much criticism they got for the performance against Germany. Because, here we go, Havertz brought the ball down very well.
That was a nice touch, that.
Yeah.
People are saying they don't like this Germany kit. I love it.
I think it's really nice. Oh, you're on about the current one or the home one? I don't know.
This one. You're not a fan of the pink?
It's all right.
I like it. Maybe that's because I'm a girl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey, boys can like pink too. I just don't really like pink kit.
I think it's nice. What do we think, guys? Do we like the kit or do we not? I think Portugal have some good kits this year. They think the kit's awful. I like it. You've got to be able to pull it off. Maybe not everyone can.
Yeah. Let's see what Fulkrug looks like in it.
I'm excited, yeah. I mean, I'm just going to have a look at the starting lineups. I know that they're unchanged versus Hungary. Let's have a look at I mean, let me have a look here. Lineups. Yeah, well, I'm excited to see what. I mean, you look at the German bench there, and Fulkrug's definitely going to come off the bench. Like that's for certain. You'd like to think you'd see Leroy Sané as well. They've got a good team. Emre Can will probably come off the bench as well. I mean, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what changes they make and if they can kind of match up to that Scotland performance. In terms of, looking towards the England game tomorrow, Hungary on the break now actually. But I want to ask you about the England game quickly because we don't see it before then. Actually, we might do tomorrow.
No, I'm with you the game before.
Yeah, we might. We'll see you tomorrow. But in terms of the game against Denmark tomorrow, how are you feeling about it? And do you think England have what it takes? Oh, Havertz with his first shot on goal. Havertz is looking really lively.
Yeah. England, I'm not... In terms of lineup, I think it'll be the same lineup. I don't think he'll change. But then again, I'm really torn, Beth, because at first, I remember I said to you the other day, like, he's not going to play Trent every game in the midfield. But then, you know what managers are like sometimes, when like they're stubborn and they pick their team and then like, that's mad. Even if everybody's saying like it's not working, they just kind of keep picking it because they want it to come
Stubbornness.
good. Yeah, and I just can't see why he'd play Trent in the opening game if that's not something he's going to be using going forward. Like I was saying, just pick the team in the opening game as the same team you'd pick in the final. But then the common sense football fan part of me says you cannot pick Trent in the midfield against a top side.
He was talking him up after the game, but maybe that was just to defend his decision.
No.
I mean,
there was like 3-4 instances where he looked like he had no idea where he was and just gave the ball away in open space. It'll get found out really quickly. I'd rather have Conor Gallagher in there. I'd rather have Kobbie Mainoo in there. There's so many players I'd rather have in there.
I'd rather have a midfielder in there, to be honest.
Yeah, just because they know where they are on the pitch. There's a whole thing of, I was talking to Mords about this before, if you're a full-back, in terms of a game of angles, you've only got to worry really about what's ahead of you and then what's to your side. Because, you know, the byline's going to be on the other side. Whereas a midfielder, it's 360 degrees. There's something happening around you all the time. It's so different. It's completely different. You've got to be looking over your shoulder all the time.
Here's a chance for Hungary.
Half chance for Hungary. It's gone out for a corner.
Good block from Rudiger. But was it? No, who blocks this?
Oh, I can't... something, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know who you mean, the left back.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. It's Andrick. But do you know what I mean about playing in midfield? You've got to be so much more switched on. And I just think, why would you play someone in midfield who doesn't play midfield regularly?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I get the argument for it. And to be honest, against Serbia, I wasn't totally against it because, you know, England are going to have, 60-70% possession. And he can, he can break down a defence with one pass. And he was playing good passes all game long. When he plays those cross-field balls, he very rarely gets them wrong. But I don't think that outweighs. When there's so much on the line in a knockout tournament, I think you cover your back first. First things first, cover your back and play a midfielder in there who's used to playing in that position rather than taking a gamble.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
It's one of them though, isn't it though? Because imagine if he gets it right, he looks like a genius. Do you know what I mean? But I think in a tournament, just cover your back and cover your basics first.
At the end of the day, Trent is such a good player, but if you don't think he's good enough to play in his favoured position, which is right back, then don't play him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He either plays it right back or he don't play, in my opinion.
And realistically, I mean, he has been at the past couple of tournaments, but against Serbia, Kyle Walker wasn't all that impressive, to be honest. So, is that position just completely not up for grabs? I know Walker has been top player for England for the past 3 tournaments. But is that position absolutely not up for grabs for Trent whatsoever? And if you can't even, like you said, if you can't trust him to be a fullback, why would you put him in midfield where there's a hell of a lot more responsibility? Doesn't really make sense to me. Did you speak to Ricky about that? I'd love to know what Ricky thinks about that.
I've not actually asked him, no.
I'd love to hear Ricky's take on Trent being in midfield.
I would like to hear it as well, to be honest with you.
The only people I've ever heard being for Trent in midfield are Liverpool fans. And which baffles me because he doesn't even play midfield for Liverpool. So it just completely baffles me. You won't hear a football fan who isn't a Liverpool fan give the green light to Trent in midfield. Literally, it's only Liverpool fans doing it, which it makes sense. It's kind of the same way I'm going to push Kobbie Mainoo propaganda all over the place because I'm a United fan. Chelsea fans might do the same with Gallagher. Do you know what I mean? But I just think you've got
bias to your own team.
Yeah, but you've got no ground to stand on when he's not even a midfielder.
I like this kit. I don't know what people are saying. In the comments down below, thoughts on the... I know people are saying it's... that looks nice. Cruz is rocking it. Not going to lie. I think the kit's nice. It's very holiday vibes. Either Musiala or Foden is going off in the chat.
Oh, they've got all pink training gear as well.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think I'd look good in it.
You'd have to try it.
Yeah, I don't think it.
You need to trial the pink era. Top class kit, that's what Greg says. Musiala or Foden, get your comments in
I'd love to see
down
Greg
below.
wearing it.
Yeah, I mean, we need to. I want to go. I mean, I'm not going to buy it because it's Germany's kit.
So I just want to pick up. I know I've been talking about Trent for ages, but like someone saying, does this guy know tactics? Trent pushes into midfield. Trent does not play in midfield when the opposition has the ball for Liverpool. I'm sorry, he doesn't. He goes back to full-back. You cover your ground. You want a midfielder in the midfield when another team's got the ball. I'm sorry, he does not know where he is in midfield. You can talk about tactics saying, yeah, he pushes into midfield. Of course, he pushes in midfield when Liverpool have 70% possession. But if England go and play Spain or Germany, it's like, I don't want to say the word suicide, but putting a full-back in midfield is crazy. It is insanity. You cannot do it. I don't think he will do it. I think he's got, even though Southgate is a crap manager, I think he's got more common sense because, sure, if he hasn't got the common sense to think that, then
he's just trying to fit names into the team. That's the issue. You've got to find balance in a team, and you can't just fit names in. Thing is, what I would say is, I think Trent is an outstanding footballer. I really do, and I thought when he came on against Iceland, he made a proper difference. But I just think, out of all the talented midfielders we have, either play Trent at right back, and if you played him at right back, I'd be okay with that and push him into midfield. I'd be fine with that.
Ooh, thought it was gonna be a Germany goal. Havertz with a chance.
I mean, he should have done better, I think, in that moment for that chance.
Well, whether that defender was made a mess of it, I'm not sure who it was.
Let's have a look here. Havertz. I think. Oh, it's a decent effort, to be fair.
Not sure what the number 6's name is, but he's made a mess of that, hasn't he?
Here's an update on the Todibo news, by the way. So, where is it? I've lost it. Let me just get up Fabrizio Romano's. Here we go. So, somebody replied to Fabrizio saying, Savio from Girona to Man City, Sesko from Salzburg. Was that
Andrić again? Yeah.
Andrić again. Andrić's come off a really good season as well for Leverkusen, so he's having a good start to this game.
One from the training ground from Germany. It would have been Toni Kroos who took it, won't it?
Good header away. But yeah, so they were speaking about how City have done it and Leipzig have done it, and the guy said, wasn't the rule as long as it's fair market value, it's allowed? What am I missing? And Romano said, obviously, the guy that people keep talking about from Girona is from Troyes, not Girona. And Sesko was years ago. This rule is from July 2023. So last year is when the rule kind of came into action. Yeah. Which means United can't do it. So I don't know how we work around that. Will we, surely we'll be able to, will we never be able to buy?
I've just spotted a good comment which you'll like about Southgate. You know, we're talking about common sense. I didn't even think about this. He played 3 right backs on Sunday.
I know. But to be fair, Trippier had to play. There was kind of no other option on that left back unless you played Joe Gomez there, which I wouldn't because I don't think he's any good. And then Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is obviously his preferred right back. Some people would play Trent over Walker, so he's got to make that decision. You've got to make that decision. That's a foul.
I thought he'd give it.
By the way, can I just say something here? I love this community, but how the heck is it 72% think Musiala's better than Foden?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Musiala is a brilliant player with a lot of potential, but Foden's clear of him right now.
Yeah.
Foden's like
I've watched way more Foden as well.
Foden's one of the best players in the world. He got Player of the Year of the Premier League.
Oh, did he win the Player of the Year this year? Did he? Wow.
Yeah. And obviously, I know he's not been great for England, but is one game really going to change people's opinions that much? Foden is better, I'm sorry, he is. Even though Musiala is really good and got loads of potential, and I've put him down as my young player of the tournament, Foden's better than Musiala.
I tell you who I enjoyed watching actually on Sunday. Mark Gaya.
Yeah, same.
He filled in pretty well, didn't he?
Filled in really well. Really well.
I wouldn't say I was... sceptical. I just haven't watched that much Palace this year. I've probably watched Palace about 4 or 5 times this year. So we haven't seen an awful lot of Gaya. But he looked really good. He looked solid.
I've watched him for quite a bit now, and I think Gehi is really top talent. Oh, here we go. Hungary on the attack here.
Hungary with a chance.
Oh, good defending, good block.
They'll be gutted they didn't have anyone there on the edge of the box then.
Hungary have had a couple nearlies now. Someone said Musiala is generational. I think Musiala is a top talent. But we're talking about Foden, who is, like, Pep said he's like the best young player he's seen since Messi. Something like that.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. I can't even believe we have to, like, try and convince people. It's just like...
It's mental.
It's ridiculous.
Not really much on that. Yeah. Gone out for a throw-in now too.
I mean, we've seen ourselves the amount of times he's just absolutely tortured United. Like, multiple times.
But Southgate can't get the best out of him.
No, and it's very similar to how Paul Scholes got treated with England. You know, just shoved out onto the left just to, you know, get the name in the team.
Mm-hmm. But not actually get the best out of the player.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, realistically, right, so Phil Foden is 10 times the player Anthony Gordon is, but you'll probably get more output having Anthony Gordon in that position than Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just playing players in their natural position. And I think Anthony Gordon would be good for England, especially, you know what, if you are going to play Trent in the midfield, I think Gordon would do well in there because he's direct and he's going to get in behind the defence, and Trent playing on kind of like the right side of the pitch, getting balls over towards him. I think that'd be pretty good. Did you have a look at the heat maps that kept coming up on the screen during the England game? Did you see when the heat map had come up and there was no left winger. There was no left winger.
Just Trippier on his own.
Yeah, there's no left winger. Pretty much like
who's not even a left back anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. I think that was a cross from Musiala, actually. It's gone deflected from a corner. Thomas James says Musiala is significantly clear of Foden. Prem bias. No, he's not. I mean, people keep saying England bias. It's really not. It's really not.
It's not at all.
Like, I can't help you if you don't think Foden is like absolutely top tier. Like, I'm a United fan. I don't want to think Foden's good. I don't want to. I'm a United fan. He scores against us, like he scored against us loads of times. I don't want to think he's good, but he is. There's a reason why he won Player of the Year last year. In, by the way, one of the best teams we've ever seen.
It's like people say...
Hungry on the break now.
There's people saying, if Foden's so good, then why doesn't he get played in his best position? Well, he does, by the best manager in the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's mad to
The
me.
best manager... I nearly said of all time. The best manager in the world plays him in his best position week in, week out. Gareth Southgate, on the other hand, I mean...
Foden is surrounded by world-class players. That's a fair argument, to be fair.
Yes, he's also surrounded by world-class players at England. If you play him in his natural position, he will still get output out of Phil Foden. Paul Scholes was a world-class player. He never did anything for England because he never played in his position.
Fairs. And, oh my God, Emma Tall said Saka is better than Foden. What do you think about that?
No, not for me.
A lot of people will say that Saka is better than Foden, but talent-wise, I think Foden's better. Talent-wise, but Saka has very good output.
Saka's mint, but...
For England, Saka is better. He is. For England, Saka is better. Saka was brilliant the other night. It's been quite a slow start to this game, hasn't it?
Apart from the mayhem at the start, yeah. We had a fast first 10 seconds and then...
Musiala on the ball, that's a good pass.
That's good football. Oh, just a bit too much. Was it Havertz who played the pass? I think it was Havertz with the flick.
Yeah.
Havertz very involved though, isn't he, with all Germany's attacks?
Havertz...
Playing a bit like a false nine, isn't he?
He's been transformed under...
Look at that. Like, I know we overhit the pass slightly, but that is quality.
It's a good pass. It's good vision. It's really good vision. It's just slightly overhit, yeah. But the transformation that Havertz has had under Arteta, because I'm going to be honest, like, when Havertz was at Chelsea, I genuinely could not see a player. I couldn't see one.
Yeah.
Could you?
I agree. It was like Havertz, Werner. Like they both looked. I mean, Timo Werner's not really gone and done anything really since. Oh, am I being an idiot? Is he at Leverkusen? Werner. Timo Werner.
Werner was. No, he was at Leipzig and he went on loan to Spurs.
Oh, Leipzig. Not sorry. I did mean Leipzig, not Leverkusen. Oh yeah, he was at Spurs last season, wasn't he? But yeah, both of them looked like just nothing players at Chelsea. Havertz has gone on again. It's having a manager, isn't it? It's having a manager who can get it out of him. Under Arteta, he looks quality.
Yeah, it's quite. When Hungary are back in the shape, they're looking quite compact. We've got Raya Magali in the chat saying people aren't convinced about Foden because he's only played well in a Pep system. Foden plays left wing for City, player of the year, left wing for England, 0. Output, Paul Scholes comparison doesn't fly. I mean, Foden's played multiple different positions for City, not just left wing. He's played multiple different positions.
But even City fans, go and ask Big Steve. He will tell you that Foden was inconsistent playing on the left for City. He will tell you that, and he watches every single. I've heard him say it already, and he watches every single City game. He's so much more consistent in the 10 because that's his position. And this is like the first season he's really played that position consistently.
The only reason he weren't playing the 10 is because they had De Bruyne, who's obviously one of the best midfielders, literally ever. And then Foden has played the 10 much more this season, and not a surprise he's had, his best season.
Yeah, I don't know why people are acting like Foden played left wing for City last season, because he didn't. He did not play left wing for City last season.
He might have done.
Maybe bit part, maybe 5 to 10 games. But he played
centrally more.
Yeah. If you look at his big performances, they all came from the 10.
Oh my God, I've just seen someone say that Doku's better than Foden, please. Surely you're having me on. Surely you're having me on. I mean, Doku looked good in that cup final, but no way. No way.
Can I just clarify as well? I'm not comparing Phil Foden to Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes is still the GOAT midfielder. I didn't compare the two. I'm just saying for England, they both got shoved out on the left. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying they both lacked. They both underwhelmed for England because they're out of position. Brilliant
pass. Oh, that deserved to be a goal for Germany. That was such a good pass.
Still not away, this, Beth. Goal.
And it's going to be out to be a goal.
It's goal.
Who's it? Is it Musiala as well?
Musiala. That's 2 for Musiala.
Brilliant goal. My young player of the tournament.
My player of the tournament. I doubled down on it and went player of the tournament.
And everyone in the chat is going to say that's why.
Yeah.
No, that was a top-class goal by a top-class player.
And I think
that pass originally, who did that pass come from originally? I can't see the numbers on here, but it was who's number 17? That original pass for number 17, who is that? Is that Toni Kroos?
Might be Kimmich. Oh, Wirtz.
Oh, it's Wirtz. The original pass by Wirtz was top. Absolutely top. And a really good goal from Musiala as well. Who is in that comes back out to him? Well, I mean, he's got to finish that, but...
You got to eat your words now, Beth, as well, because he scored against Hungary, by the way.
What do you mean?
Someone's telling you to eat your words because Musiala scored.
This is what really bugs me, right?
You're not allowed to have an opinion, Beth.
This is what really bugs me. I think Musiala is brilliant. I've never not said it. It's like when you say, like, have you seen that tweet? And it's like, if you tweet, I really like waffles, someone will be like, so you hate pancakes then?
Yeah.
And it's like, just because I think Phil Foden is literally one of the best players in the world doesn't mean I don't. I think Musiala is top class. I think he is super talented. I just think Foden's a bit further ahead in his development, and I think he's a better player. It's as simple as that. And that goal, I'm not being funny, like, it was just, like, he should have scored it. He was an own goal, so. I don't think it was a foul.
Do you know what, Beth? If we watched...
Musiala's part was the easiest, exactly. I mean, I said top-class goal. I meant to say top-class
If we watched German football week in, week out, maybe we'd have a different opinion. Maybe. You never know.
Maybe, but... I mean...
I've watched
a lot of Musiala for Bayern Munich. I think he's brilliant. I think he's brilliant. I just think Foden is out of this world.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? So
I agree.
But yeah, the chat got what they thought, and Germany 1-0 up, and I think it'll be plain sailing from here for them. Do you?
Say again.
I don't think we're going to get a surprise. I don't think Hungary's going to come back. I just don't.
No, I mean.
I don't think that's a foul, personally. Do you?
It'll be.
Do you think this is a foul?
This one here. No.
No, he's literally 50-50.
That's
in
not
my
a foul.
opinion.
I think we'll see 3 or 4 now from Germany.
By the way, there's rumours that City are after Musiala. Could you imagine Musiala and Foden in the same team? That'd
Do you know what they've got?
Absolutely insane.
They've got a player in Rodri who can facilitate it. There's not many older midfielders out there who'd be able to facilitate playing both of them in the same midfield.
Yeah, how would you actually play them together? Because
I think you can do it with Rodri in there. I think he's that good.
People get greedy, don't they? Because they're like, people see Musiala and Foden like, oh my God, they see the names and they're like, this is going to be insane. But when they play the same position, you've got to find that balance.
Yeah, I imagine he'll stay in Germany though. To be honest with you, unless Bayern really go downhill, I can't see him leaving Germany.
Plus, Stones.
Especially not for England.
Ooh,
that's a good effort. It might go in this.
Oh, that was poor on the follow-up. That was poor on the follow-up.
Who was that?
Hungary again should have got something better out of that. Was that Slobosar on the free kick?
Probably was, yeah. I was looking at number 2.
Ooh. They're not going to show us back here, are they? But yeah, it's how you find players to fit in the team. That you got to create a balance. And someone just said something that's interesting as well, saying that plus Stones comes into midfield a lot.
Oh yeah, with that
which
strange
can help out.
That strange system that City play.
So when Stones is doing that, like you've got a lot more. What's the word for it?
Stability.
Stability into the midfield, yeah. I mean, Slobosar, was that him on the free kick?
Yeah.
It was. By the way, this is top-notch free kick.
Some technique, that.
He's really good at set pieces. Really good at set pieces.
Just long-range striking, he's awesome at it.
Yeah. Like penalties as well, he's really good at too. So that nearly, I think the guy on the follow-up should have done better personally. Oh, here we go. I thought it was going to be a goal then. Germany do look good though, don't they?
Yeah. Very similar to how they played against Scotland. Conceded slightly, couple more chances, but like I say, expect to see 3 or 4 from Germany. Yeah. Can't believe Manuel Neuer's still going.
We were talking about this.
Been going my entire life.
It's literally like he's like a Mandela effect. He's like he's just always there.
Yeah.
It's like when does he retire? Because he feels like he's been around for so long.
Talking about old players, when should they retire? What do you think of Ronaldo last night?
Speaking about this on the Watchalong before,
yeah.
I thought he was pretty all right. I thought he was pretty decent.
I think
people are giving him a tough time.
Yeah, I think he's worth having in the team because of what. Do you know what I mean? Because of the goals. Yeah, I would start him. Yeah, just because I think the important goals he can come up with, and he did it at United, you know, even though people got onto his overall performance at United, he scored important goals in that first season for United. He's just got a knack of doing it, and I think you'd be an idiot to leave him out of the team. I mean, they left him out of the team, didn't they, against, was it Morocco, and they got beat?
They also left him out of the team though in a different game and they did well. I can't remember what it was, but I'd start him still. I think when things don't go right, people want to blame Ronaldo because obviously, you know, he's such a big name and there's a lot of conversation around it. I do, like I said on the show earlier, I do think though the only issue is with having him in the team is every single time a Portuguese player around the box has the ball, they just give me the chance here.
Ooh, decent half chance for Hungary.
Hungary have had a couple of chances. Slobosar's gutted. But
playing better than Scotland.
Yeah, one thing I will say is every time they had the ball, like you're just looking for Ronaldo instead of actually like playing the
I know exactly what you mean. Kind of felt like Bruno Fernandes fell victim to that at United.
We used to do it at United. Yeah, we used to do it at United all the time. But what I want to do actually, because I think this will actually be fun to do, because it'll get some debate going in the chat. And do you know what? even though like we disagreed with the chat on the Musiala Foden thing, like it's good to have these debates and these conversations. I love football when you disagree with people because I love having that back and forth. Like it's a really important part of football. By the way, guys, do you want Hungary to get something out of this game, or are you feeling Germany? Like, how are you feeling about it? What would you want in this game? So, Tull, I want to go through Germany's 11 and then go on to not United's, what am I talking about?
England's.
Go through Germany's 11.
Oh, this will be good, like a player for player, like best 11. This will be good, actually, yeah, let's do this.
So I thought we'd do a best 11 between England and Germany right now.
Right, so goalkeeper's obvious.
The chat get involved.
Yeah.
So first up, we have Pickford versus Neuer.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I was going to say, let's give the chat a minute between each one to see the feedback we get, but this one's
That's what I'm going to do. And if there's a proper tough one, I'll do a poll.
A poll, yeah.
But we don't need to do a poll.
This one's obvious, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Ethan says Pickford, mate. Nah, it's Neuer. So Neuer goes in. Right back, Kimmich or Walker?
Kimmich, all day. All day. Not even close.
I think Walker's a bit...
We'll have a look what people come up with, but for me, not even close.
Let's see what people say. I think Kimmich is very, very good, but I think Walker is an out-and-out right-back. The pace he provides in behind, I think he's a really good asset to have. And the thing is, I don't actually... You know what? When I see stories about Walker, it's like I don't actually... like him really, but he's a really good player. I'm not gonna lie. So I think he actually speaks quite well in the media as well. He seems like
the chat is pretty torn, Beth.
Yeah,
like it is pretty 50-50 in this chat right now.
Let's do a quick poll.
Let's get a poll for this one.
Let's get a quick poll on Kimmich or Walker.
So are you picking Walker?
Yeah.
And I'm picking Kimmich.
You're picking Kimmich.
Okay, let's see.
As a right back, I just think Walker has everything.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. You could argue Kimmich better off in the midfield, like a backwards Trent, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. Depends entirely.
However, I don't think it's as bad because playing right back, I'm sorry, is less responsibility than playing in midfield. Just is what it is.
I think you're underestimating the role of a fullback, though.
I'm not underestimating it. I'm not underestimating how important it is, but I think midfield's the most important position on the pitch. I know some people say striker. I think midfield. I think playing in midfield.
Midfield is super important.
You caught like 360 degrees angles, checking your shoulder every minute. You can't switch off for 1 second. I think that is the most important position on the pitch.
Fullbacks, I do think midfield's more important, but fullbacks, they've got to get up and down. Like they play every position really.
Yeah.
They play like defender, winger, midfielder, all in one because they're constantly up and down that byline.
I used to actually play a wing back in a 5-back once, and it was tough. It was hard. A lot of running.
You're voting for Kimmich?
I'm going Kimmich.
Okay, I'm voting for Walker. I mean, Kimmich is winning right now, so we'll give the chat about 1 or 2 minutes to decide on this. People, please vote in the chat, Kimmich or Walker at right back. I think Kimmich is a very good player, and it's a tough decision to make, but I think Walker is the overall package for me wins this one. Kimmich is a natural midfielder, exactly. So I'd have Kimmich in midfield, but we're just going off the Germany formation. That's what we're going off right now.
Well, are you going to try and squeeze Kimmich into your midfield in this 11?
No, because you were just going position by position, player for player. So, right, I think get voting, by the way. There's only 800 votes in the chat, but there's over 4,000 in the room, so vote on that. While you're there, hit a like on the video, by the way. My second watch along of the day, guys. Got to hit a like for that. And let's go up to 1,000 likes if we can do, please, everyone, for Germany versus Hungary. 60% possessions for Germany, 40% to Hungary so far. Not complete rollover by Germany, and Hungary are well in this game.
Hungary have had for about 3 or 4 solid, but maybe not solid, but half chances. They could have put a couple of them away on another day.
Hungary have had some good chances, and the longer it stays at 1-0, the better it is for them. Because you've got every chance at 1-0. You've got every chance. And Szoboszlai's had that free kick. Wirtz, that was absolutely beautiful. Wirtz is such
again though, whoever that was for Hungary then, I'm not sure who that was, but that was a nice turn as well.
Wirtz is such a player, isn't he? Right, I'm going to end the poll now. 70% say Kimmich. I mean, we should have said as right back.
I
I
understand
think in the
that,
poll we should have said right back, not just either or, because people are obviously going to say Kimmich is a better player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, do you know what? I'm getting a little bit of stick in there because I'm saying Trent can't play in midfield, but then I'm saying Kimmich can play right back. But Kimmich's won multiple trophies playing right back. Trent's not won anything playing in midfield.
Fairs.
So that's in my defence.
It's up to you. I think Trent can play midfield, by the way. I want to put that out there. I think he can. I just think when you've got the midfielders that we have available, like I understand why Trent plays in midfield for Liverpool because it works. He goes into midfield and he drops out. And the thing is with Trent and that, you can tell he's been coached by Klopp on exactly what to do. So it works for them. Yeah. With this system, it looks like Southgate's just gone, go and enjoy yourself, Trent. Well, he didn't look like he knew what he was doing.
My biggest concern is that it's a risk which doesn't outweigh, where the benefits don't outweigh the risk, Like, for example, if you wanted to chuck, let's go with Anthony Gordon, because we were speaking about before, you'd say playing Anthony Gordon's a risk because he's got no experience. But then I'd also think, like, you can make a point that, like, you know, the directness and getting in behind could maybe outweigh that. But with Trent in midfield, I can't think of anything that outweighs, you know, the risk that you're taking, especially in a knockout tournament. You know, maybe if we're talking about a league game, you know, you're going away to a side who's going to play a low block in a league game, then maybe you go, give Trent a go in midfield. But in a knockout tournament, one mistake, you're gone.
The thing is, what my point I was trying to say is, in a well-coached side where he's been coached, I think he absolutely can, because he's a deep-lying playmaker. I think he's brilliant. But in this team, you've got really good midfielders to pick from. You've got Mainey, you've got Wharton. I mean, Gallagher's decent. And you know, he just doesn't look like he's been coached. So that's why I don't think it works. But we'll move on to next. We'll move on to next.
It just doesn't look natural to me. It's weird. I've just got a knack about it.
Exactly. Jack Jones says Trent's played central midfield multiple times for Liverpool and won the game. I'm a Fulham fan. We were battering them at the start of the season. He came on and won them the game on his own. Exactly. I think he can play in midfield in a well-coached side, which is exactly what
I just don't think the risk of doing it in a knockout tournament is worth it.
I think it is if he's well-coached, but he's not. He's not been coached by Southgate. That's the issue.
I think we've covered all bases there on Trent.
We spoke right through.
We ain't talking about Trent for the rest of the game.
It's a debate. But let's move on to the next next player. So Rudiger or Stones?
Stones for me. And I know that people are going to say Rudiger's 2-time Champions League when he just won the Champions League. But in my opinion, going off the eye test, it's got nothing to do with him being English. I think John Stones is a better football player and I would rather have him in my team. Also, I feel like Rudiger has a mistake in him every now and then, where with John Stones, you very rarely see John Stones make a big, apart from the FA Cup final, he wasn't great, but it's very, very rare you see John Stones, fluff his lines. He's a very cool player, I think.
See, what I would do, I'd go with, because I know we're going player for player, but it's centre-backs at the end of the day. I'd do a combined of Rudiger and Stones.
Yeah, well, that's probably what are the other choices? It's Gayet
or Tar.
It's Rudiger and Stones then.
Tar's had a good season, obviously. Tar's had a good season. That's a good cross in, but it's not led to anything. But on that, out of all of them, for me, I think Rudiger comes out on top, and I'm such a big John Stones fan.
Do you have Rudiger over Stones, really?
I think.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Right, I'm such a big John Stones fan. I feel like I'm saying Jon Snow after Game of Thrones. I'm such a big John Stones fan. I think he's absolutely top. I really do. I think the way he can come into midfield, I think the way he's on the ball. But Rudiger, in them Champions League games, he's an absolute warrior. Like the way he just shut Haaland down. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I'd like to see? So I'd like to see, do you know the people who are picking Rudiger? I'd like to see how many people who are picking Rudiger over Stones are the same people who are saying Foden only plays well because he's in a team of good players. I don't know if you've watched Rudiger at Chelsea. He wasn't great.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He was when he started playing under Tuchel.
Yeah, but
I thought he was. I thought he was really good.
I don't think Rudiger was that good at Chelsea.
I thought he was when he played under Tuchel.
Really?
The fact Lampard.
Well, yeah, under Tuchel. I mean, obviously they won the Champions League with Tuchel, but yeah, Lampard. I suppose Frank Lampard has a lot to say about.
Can I just say one thing? I like Lampard, and I think he was he was a brilliant footballer. I don't think he's a great manager. well, he's not a great manager, let's be honest. But one thing I can't get over is that he was benching Rudiger for Zuma. Like, that doesn't compute.
Yeah.
How can you see that? And yeah, a lot of
maybe my memory's wrong here, but I remember Rudiger getting turned inside out very frequently in the Premier League. I
don't. I remember that when they won the Champions League with Tuchel.
Maybe I'm way off here.
He was brilliant. I think you are, too.
I might be way off.
A lot of the chat.
I'm sure he used to get stick all the time off even Chelsea fans.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I must be way off here.
Yeah, he did. That's why Real Madrid went and bought him.
Yeah, but I remember when Real came in for him.
Real Madrid didn't go and get him because he was getting turned every week.
But I remember when Real came in for him, I laughed at it and I thought they're mental. I thought, what are they doing?
What?
I did, honestly.
Nah, you've got the wrong player.
No, I've not. When Real went in for Rudiger, I laughed and went, what are they doing?
You've got the wrong player.
No, I've not.
No, because at the time Rudiger was doing brilliantly and he was on a free. And Chelsea wanted him to sign a new contract.
Maybe I'm disregarding that Champions League season because of the season before it.
I genuinely think you have got the wrong player.
I've not.
Because at the time, everyone was like saying that's a brilliant signing for Real Madrid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I must be way off here. I've definitely got the wrong player though. I must just be way off with this one.
Yeah, the guys in the chat I think are backing me up here.
Yeah. Don't even do a poll. Don't even do it.
I don't remember Rudiger ever being poor. I remember Rudiger being
Wow.
No, because I was saying at the time United should go and get him.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Rudiger?
What is wrong with you?
No, really?
Yeah, he was brilliant. He won a Champions League with Chelsea and they were
No, I know that. I know he won the Champions League. This is what I'm saying. I don't know if maybe letting the season before that cloud my judgment. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm too...
He didn't play because Lampard benched him all the time.
Right. Yeah, I must be way off with that.
Yeah, Vert's here with the shot over the bar. But anyway, I think you're thinking of Zuma.
I'm not. Maybe it's just a bad take from me. Like I used to watch Rudiger and think he was a donkey. I just did. But maybe I'm way off.
Nah, yeah, you are. He's top draw.
Right.
He's top draw. He completely handled Haaland. He's handled Haaland multiple times. When he was about to go to Real Madrid, everyone was saying, "Oh, whoever gets Rudiger on this free is going to be in the money." Like, I remember United fans wanted to get Rudiger on a free because he weren't going to extend with Chelsea after he won the Champions League with them. And then when Real Madrid got him eventually, everyone was like, that's such a good signing for Real Madrid on a free transfer. But you know what, Tull? It's your own opinion, and you're allowed your own opinions.
Do you know what? I might be way off.
Don't let everyone bully you.
No, I've just got to be honest with you. Like, I have got to be honest with you. Like, I'm not making that up. When Real came in for Rudiger, I thought, what is that all about? I did. It's just, do you know what it might be? Maybe I watched one shocker game from Rudiger, and I've just completely based my opinion off that game. Maybe I've done that.
He's very well liked in my household.
Really?
My brother and my dad rate him very highly. I rate him highly. So that is why I was going to go Rudiger anyway. But you know what?
I've just got to be honest with you. You know what? I'll take the stick. I will take the stick because I've given stick out about Trent and all that today. So I'll take the stick on this one.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion, and the world would be boring if everyone agreed. So yeah.
I feel like I'm probably way off with it, but
anyway, let's. I don't think we need to run a poll on it because I think everyone agrees with the fact Rudiger gets in. Yeah, you'd be the 1%. So are we going to go with Rudiger and Stones as our centre-back partnership?
Yeah, that's obvious, yeah.
So we'll go Neuer in net, right back we've got the poll vote with Kimmich, and then the centre-back partnership is Stones and Rudiger. I mean, what a partnership that is, by the way. You've got the aggression of Rudiger and the calmness of John Stones coming into the midfield on the ball. Beautiful. And then left-back-wise... I don't know why I'm looking this up on the sheet. So left back wise, I can't say the name.
Either way, I know. Can we just put Luke Shaw in there anyway?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Luke Shaw, isn't it?
It's Luke Shaw.
It's Luke Shaw. It doesn't matter who you put him against. It's Luke Shaw.
I'm not even going to pronounce the name because I just know I'm going to get it wrong. He plays for Stuttgart, left back for Germany, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm proper baffled about goal. Musiala, is that Musiala? Is he off? Why has he gone like... Wait, is it a goal or
No,
is it
it's
side
netting.
netting? Oh, I thought it was a goal.
Side netting.
Oh, I looked up, I thought he missed the goal. Yeah, Luke Shaw for me. Luke Shaw is my left back.
Let me just have a look at this back. Musiala,
God, when I looked up at the telly, it probably looked like a goal.
It's a decent strike, that, isn't it? It's a very decent strike. I think...
Did anyone else think that looked like a goal, or is that just me?
Can I just say, if that's in, if they score now, Cruz on the corner, it's game over for Hungary going into half-time. I'm sorry, but it is. It's the longer it stays at 1-0, Hungary are well in this game. I can't believe it took us about 10 minutes to just get our defence together then.
Yeah, I can't be the only one who thought that was a goal then. Maybe it was just looked up like last second.
No, I think it did look like a goal. I was kind of looking at the chat, so I didn't really see it properly. I just knew it was side netting from his reaction.
People are knocking me ball knowledge for that.
Well, I'm not going to lie, Tol. If you want me to be completely honest with you,
is the Rudiger one knocked me down?
It deserves to be knocked.
Really?
It really does. It deserves to be knocked for that team.
I remember him having like so many shockers back in the day for Chelsea.
Well, we'll move on from that topic now. Yeah, so let's not
I'll get grilled if I keep talking about him.
About that one. So
I'll get grilled.
Yeah, Shaw, everyone's saying Shaw can't even get on the pitch.
Yeah, but if he is fit, which they are saying he is going to be fit,
2 minutes of time.
He's the only one who goes in there.
Yeah, so Shaw goes in at left back. And then, right, okay, so you go into your midfield. I don't know who to... So these are playing a 4-2-3-1. We're playing a 4-3-3. I'm going to just put Gundogan into our midfield.
Yeah, Gundogan goes in there without...
So I'm going to say Andrick or Rice.
Rice, Gundogan... Ooh.
No.
Because you know what you've got here? You've got Musiala or Foden here now.
No, it's not. Musiala goes into the front three.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so it will be. It will be when you get into it. So let's just do
Musiala playing on the right.
Let's just do the midfield. So you've gone...
Oh, Tony Cruz.
Yeah, for me, in the midfield, it's Rice, Cruz and Bellingham.
I've changed my mind. Gundogan, Cruz and Bellingham.
Oh my God, yes!
It's in. Is he off?
Scored.
Is he off? He's
No.
off. He's off. It's in line. I'll put it up.
No. Is he off?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah, I think he is.
Are they having a look to see if it's come off the German fella, though?
He's offside, I think. But... Go check.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah, it's off. Oh, that would have been well good just before half-time, going into it 1-0.
Yeah. Right then. You've gone... Who have you gone? You've gone Rice.
Rice, Cruz.
I'd go.
Rice, Cruz, and Bellingham as my midfield.
I'd go
three.
Gundogan over Rice.
So you'd go Cruz.
Cruz, Gundogan, Bellingham.
Interesting.
It's close, but...
Ooh, I think Rice is just really important to steady the ship.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, if you're going to look at it with a bit more of like setting up a line-up, I just think Gundogan offers a bit more than Rice, to be fair.
Gundogan's been a very good player, for sure. A lot of people saying, okay, we've got Rice, Cruz, Bellingham is the only right answer for the midfield. Rice doesn't get in, someone says, so people are debating on Rice there. Okay, so should we do a poll for the midfield? How do we do that?
I think Cruz is a mainstay. I'm pretty sure.
Bellingham's a mainstay.
Yeah,
we'll do Rice or Gundogan.
I think Gundogan or Rice. Yeah.
Okay, let's do a poll on Gundogan or Rice, and that's half time, everybody. Honestly, Germany pretty dominant, but Hungary had a fair share of chances there.
Yeah.
A fair share of chances. So I think Hungary
really unlucky, aren't they, with that one? That's just
offside. Hungary
disallowed.
are banging this. Renag says, please pronounce Middlestud for the Germans. There you go. Savage says, Beth Stones is clearly a better ball-playing centre-back. Rudiger is not perfect. I'm not saying he's perfect, but I think he's good. But we're not getting back on that subject now. Let's get a poll on, obviously, Cruz and Bellingham get into the midfield. Rice or Gundogan on the poll, please, for the third midfielder. I think it has to be Rice to create a balance.
Yeah.
You think Gundogan?
I understand that.
I like how we're disagreeing though. It's a good thing because then it just creates that debate in the chat.
Yeah, what midfield three did City play with Gundogan in there? Gundogan, De Bruyne and Rodri. Yeah, so even when Gundogan played City, they had Rodri sat in there. So, yeah, in terms of setting up a lineup, then I get what you're saying, but player for player, I'd take Gundogan over Rice.
Got next, let me have a little look. Oh, apparently it's coming out that Manchester United have made contact with Jonathan David's representatives. He could be available for 25 million. That guy's been trying to get a move for years on end now. I mean, again, we're getting the news about Al Nassr trying to sign Bruno. It's not going to happen. Just waiting for the poll to come in.
It's close. It is really close.
Everyone get your comments in about what you thought on the game so far and how do you see this going as well. Thomas Franks on the commentary. He's been on a lot. Get your comments in. How do you see this game going? Do you think Hungary could pull a goal back? How are you feeling? Right, let's have a look at the poll. Are you going to vote?
I've voted Gundogan.
Oh, it's very close at the moment. I'll give it another minute. I've obviously voted
close,
Rice. 52% Rice, 48% Gundogan. I like this poll.
That's very close. Do you know what? It's closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought Gundogan would be slightly more. I'd use as my case study the treble winning season for City. And obviously it was a City-Arsenal title race. I mean, just look how important. Gundogan was arguably City's most important player that year. I know Haaland scored as many goals as he did, but when you speak to any City fans, they'll just rant and rave on about how important Gundogan was. Yeah, close one.
I'm excited to see what we do with the attack, by the way. I just think Gundogan then, yes.
Yeah.
Rice now, maybe.
Yeah.
For the balance, I don't know. Right.
Yeah, I get that.
We're going to end the poll. Let's end the poll. So this one, Rice has won 52%, Gundogan 47%, but very, 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 very close. So we'll go with Rice in the midfield then for that one. So you won on Kimmich, I win on Rice. Then next we've got the front three. So we've got Musiala, Wirtz and Havertz. And then you've got Kane, Saka and Foden.
Musiala goes in on the right for me over Saka. Even then, that's close though, isn't it?
Kane up front.
Is the other option.
Havertz, obviously, he's up front. But
I'd go Kane. I'd go Kane up front.
And then you've got Wirtz on the left here for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's tough. This one.
That one's really tough. Yeah. But I'm kind of swaying towards. I like this suggestion actually. Saka on the right, Musiala on the left, Kane up top.
Very good suggestion.
I like that suggestion. But if we're going off the position to playing right now, it'd be Musiala on the right. But I do like that one of Musiala on the left. Wirtz unlucky to miss out though, still.
Thing is, I just feel like you have to get Foden in. If we're talking
it's hard, this, isn't it?
If we're talking based on international performances, Foden doesn't get in. But if we're talking based off just players, Foden gets in. Do you know what I said? Do you know what I'm saying?
Could we have got Foden in the midfield? What did we go for midfield?
Rice, Cruz and Bellingham.
How do you get Foden into that?
You can't. Because you can't put Foden in and have Cruz as a CDM, really. He offers too much going forward.
This is a tricky one, this.
Oh, my head's burnt.
Do you know what? Realistically, if you want to do your poll, it's Wirtz or Saka. That's the real one, I think, which is going to... Because Musiala's going to get in there and Kane's going to get in there.
No, we've got to do Wirtz, Saka or Foden as the last one.
Wirtz, Saka, yeah. That's right, yeah. Can you do a three-way poll?
Yeah, we'll do a three-way poll of Wirtz, Saka or Foden. Let's see what people think about that one. Even though I did say I think Foden's a better player than Musiala. We'll keep Musiala in there.
I had that in mind, but...
We'll keep Musiala in there to keep the chat happy.
That's why I went back and I was like, well, can we get Foden in the midfield? But
Musiala, by the way, I'm happy with him being in because I do think he's good, but... I need to stop messing with my bottle. I keep getting told off. Stephen Davis says it's only Kane that gets in the front line, unfortunately. To be fair, Musiala and Wirtz are working really well together in that front three.
It's harsh on Saka, though. I don't want to do Saka an injustice. Do you know what I mean? I've already picked on one Arsenal player in Declan Rice. I don't want to seem like I'm just gunning for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
Let's see what the chat
just taking Arsenal players out, but it's really tough, that.
Let's see what the chat end up saying. Let's have a look. Okay, so the votes are coming in. So far, Wirtz is winning, actually.
Kind of expected.
Oh,
Wirtz
really?
Yeah. He was the one I'm leaning towards. I feel really harsh on Saka. I feel like I'm doing him an injustice.
I also think people love to go against Prem players.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They love to go against Prem players.
Yeah.
Like if Wirtz was in the Prem, he wouldn't be top, I don't think, in this list, as good as he is.
Yeah.
And also I think people have recency bias. That pass in the build-up from Wirtz was so good.
Yeah.
And Wirtz has had an incredible season. Saka was really good the other night. It'll be interesting to see how this comes out, but I think Wirtz is going to win it.
Let's have a look. I'm going to go with Wirtz, Beth. Yeah, it's Wirtz by quite a way as well.
Let's have a look. I voted... It's weird because I think Foden's better than Saka, but I voted for Saka. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're playing...
I can't decide.
It's the thing of having a winger on the wing. Foden, if I could get him into midfield, then that's where I'd be looking to get him in.
Saka as a winger is better. Right, that's where I'm at, okay? That's where I'm at. I've decided.
Yeah.
Saka is a better winger
than
Foden.
Yeah.
But Foden is a better talent.
Player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than
more
Saka.
technically gifted.
More technically gifted.
Yeah.
But as a winger, Saka is a better winger, so that's why I voted for Saka. I voted for Saka, you voted for...
Wirtz.
You voted for Wirtz.
Wirtz, yeah. So I went Wirtz, Kane, Musiala.
All three are quality players. I mean, what a predicament to be in. But you know what? Let's let that run for a little bit. It'd be interesting to do this like with different teams, like Portugal. I wonder how many England players are getting.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know what? We'll do it
on each
when we cover like a good side.
We could do one tomorrow.
What, with Slovenia and Serbia?
No, we could just pull a
random team.
Portugal.
We'll pull a team out the app.
Yeah, we can just pull Portugal into the competition.
Portugal would be a good one.
Yeah.
I was a bit underwhelmed with Portugal yesterday.
So was I.
Yeah.
I think the manager ain't doing them any favours.
Yeah.
Someone said do one for Scotland. No one gets in, mate.
Apart from McTominay. I'd get McTominay in there somehow.
Robertson or Shaw? That's a question we talked about the other day.
You know who I'm backing. You already know who I'm backing.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw
No, it won't even go there again. Do you know what? I've been on the Luke Shaw best in the world train for about 5 years and I'm never coming off it.
Same.
I was the day one. I was there.
Make sure you hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. What other topics you want us to talk about, let us know. Any other topics you want us to bring in, because we're coming to the end of our Germany versus England combined 11.
No, we've done it.
Yeah, well, we need to end the poll just to confirm it.
Oh, let's have a look what we are on the poll.
Right, I'm going to read out our 11 then. So we've got it, and if anyone wants to clip this, they can do. So our combined Germany times England 11 is Neuer in goal, Kimmich at right back. I still think Walker, but we've gone with Kimmich. Rudiger and Stones as the centre-back partnership. Luke Shaw at left-back. We've got a midfield three of Rice, Cruz and Bellingham.
Yeah.
And then we've got a front three of Musiala, Harry Kane and Wirtz.
Yeah. I just can't believe Gundogan's not in there.
I can't believe Saka's not in there.
It was only a
I can't
tiny
believe Walker's
margin.
not in there. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's really hard.
People have different ideas of how they'd play football as well, so obviously you're going to get, you know, like you'd go Walker as your right back because he's an out-and-out right back, but then I'd kind of look at it and be like, with the quality that's in that, there's enough quality around, with the centre backs or whatever, and in the midfield where I think you could get away with playing Kimmich as a right back because you're going to get more, quality on the ball from him. Everyone's got a different idea of football. I'm sure Ricky's team or Maud's team would be pretty different to what we've picked. There'd probably be a couple players in there which we've not picked.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, on the current game though, what are your thoughts on it? How are you feeling about it?
As I expected, to be honest with you, because I did say Hungary will come and play better than Scotland because they've had a game to look at. Do you know what I mean? They've had the Germany-Scotland game to have a look at and kind of get an idea of what Germany are going to do. So I'm not surprised that they're playing slightly better than Scotland. They've got to do a bit better with the chances because how many more of these chances are they going to get in the second half, if any more chances? I'd love to see Hungary get a goal. I'd love to see Hungary equalise and just really, up the ante. But I'm going to stick with me initial prediction of 3-1.
I love the games that are like this where there's only one goal in it as you're going into the second half and then it's really edgy. It's like the last game with Croatia and Albania. I love the edginess of it. Like, Croatia came back to make it 2-1 and then Albania equalised last minute. I agree with you. I do think Germany will go on to win this game. And I think, they could score a couple of goals in that second half. But how good would it be if Hungary got a goal and then we saw some edginess towards the end of the game? We'd love that. I love the edgy game. So hopefully, we see that play out in that way and we get another banger of the Euros. Yeah. Which I think it would be nice.
It's always the unexpected games where which you have the it's always the unexpected the games where you'd look at and think it wouldn't really be that good end up being the best ones to watch.
I tell you what though, you called France being underperformers.
I did.
And they didn't have a great first opening game, did they?
Yeah. You kind of got to, I'd say judge it at the end of the group. Because it's not uncommon for teams to take a little while to get going. We spoke about Argentina doing it and Portugal doing it, going on to win the tournaments. Obviously, Argentina won the World Cup last year and then Portugal in the Euros in 2016. So it's not unusual for it to happen. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really say it was based on anything more than just... It's not unusual to see a team who burned so brightly end up, falling off the cliff. Germany did it. They won they won the World Cup in 2014 and then 2018 went out in the group stage. I don't know. I was just kind of fancying France to think I've got a little bit of resent for them now as well.
I tell you what.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't even say edge anymore in the chat without running away with it.
What did I say? Edgy?
I said edgy before and everyone's saying I love edging too. Guys, we're
pack it in.
6 o'clock on a Wednesday evening.
You need to grow up.
But no, honestly, with France, I get you, I don't know what it is. Do you know what? I've visited the south of France and it was gorgeous. But I found, not that this makes me hate France as a nation, because I don't. And
go on.
I think I really want to go to Paris. I've never been before. Would love to go and watch PSG. And I've been to south of France and it was beautiful. But I've been to, when I went to south of France, and I don't know if it's because it's quite rural where I went to, but some of the people were so rude. Have you found that? Have you been to France before?
No.
I don't know if anyone else who've been there, obviously I'm not saying that French people are rude, but when I went, that is the experience I got. Majority of people looked at me like I had 3 heads.
Yeah, I feel like you get that in the south of England. To be honest,
maybe it's because I was English and I was in France. Probably right, to be honest with you. But I've been twice. One with my family, and then one when I was on a school trip.
Yeah.
Because it was a French trip. We were doing French at school, so I was trying to speak a bit of the language, and
I'll tell you what.
They literally looked at me like, "Get out."
I went to Germany, and it was complete opposite. Really nice.
Never been to Germany.
Really, really nice. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. You'd think there'd be a little bit of a thing with Germany and English people, but wasn't. Very, very embracing.
Yeah.
Had a lovely time.
Yeah, see, I've never been to Germany. I really want to go. I really, really want to go.
I went to Stuttgart, really nice.
Stuttgart, nice.
Yeah.
That's where this is, I think.
Is it?
I think this is where...
Really nice place.
The stadium's at Stuttgart today,
Like, really, really nice place.
Yeah, it is, Stuttgart.
Do you know, over there, they have a thing where you get paid for handing in, like, bin bags full of rubbish. So it's literally spotless. No rubbish anywhere. You will not find rubbish anywhere.
Where's the like friendliest place you've been to? Get in the chat. We're about to kick off, but where's the friendliest like destination you've been to?
I'm not sure. You always like. I've been to America once, and I think they have like a little bit of a thing with English people where they kind of like big English people up and like put you on a pedestal. Have you ever been over there?
Yeah.
They kind of put you on a pedestal, don't they?
Every time I've been to America, everyone has been so nice.
Yeah.
But it's like to the point where I'm like, oh god, Germany are already on the attack.
And Hungary, shut up shop.
But literally every time I've been, that people are like, it's like in England, like say, for example, if you were to get on like the Met, which is like their equivalent of the Underground, no one would talk to you. But if I'd get on the Underground in America, like someone would just start a really like friendly conversation. I'm like, it's nice though. Like everyone, I've always had good experiences.
I've only been once, but I remember when I did go, it was kind of like people just giving me discounts on everything just because I was British.
Oh, that's cute.
I know. I remember I bought a watch. I bought a watch whilst I was over there, and he gave me 20% off just because I was British.
Maybe because you've got good chat.
Maybe. I was 15.
Oh, that's hilarious. The Irish, they're friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the chat. Nagelsmann masterclass in.
I sometimes get mistaken for being Irish.
Germany, Japan, Thailand. I really want to go to Japan and Thailand. Never been there before. Holland, someone
said Salford.
Do you know where it is really friendly? And I noticed this the other day. Obviously, I went to uni, this place, and I know we're not supposed to like them because of the football team. Liverpool.
Really?
Scousers are well friendly.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really friendly. And I noticed it because I went back the other day. I went back last week for a bit.
Yeah.
Everyone was so nice.
Yeah, I get on with loads of Scousers because loads of people I've worked with Scousers, loads. Like the last job I had was like mainly Scousers. Yeah, cool people, funny people as well. Like they are really funny.
They are. Like I remember I was at uni when that's surely a foul. Ref just kind of let them go. I was at uni when, you know, Liverpool were playing Atletico Madrid in that Champions League.
Yeah, the Morata goal at the end. Yeah. Simeone.
And I was in a bar full of Liverpool fans, and I was like celebrating it, and they were all just sound with me.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was a girl, I don't know, but like
probably.
But they were,
I feel like I'd get my head kicked in if I did it.
But they were like, "Oh, what you doing, you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a United fan," and they were like, "Oh, you know, da-da." They were nice. I always remember that because obviously, if that was me, I would have been going ape shit. If that was like Liverpool fans and I was.
Did you hear me before? Do you know when England got knocked out by Croatia in 2018? Mm-hmm. I watched it in Germany. That was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
I could imagine.
They were all getting in me. You know, when Croatia scored in like the 110th minute or whatever, they were all getting in.
Because they hate us, don't they?
They were all getting in me face like, yeah. And my head went. I was fuming.
I can't deal with situations.
I was crying. I was
like
14.
When I'm in Old Trafford and European fans end up getting in the away end, getting in the home end, it drives me mad. It happened last year with Galatasaray. There was loads of Galatasaray fans behind us, and it did my head in. But anyway, Shock says, question for you both: who is the most exciting young player? Arda Güler, Xavi Simons, or Yamal? Love the show.
I really like Yamal.
So do I. Arda Güler was good yesterday, and Xavi Simons is also good. Let's run a poll on that, actually. Let's run a poll on that. Chris says, Austria, you will not forget it. I need to go there. It's on my bucket list. Who is the best young player in the tournament? Yamal, Arda Güler, or Xavi Simons? Get in the chat down below what you think. Oh, gifted opportunity for Hungary here. I think Hungary is stuck in a place where they want to get forward and try and get a goal, but they don't want to open up either because if Germany score another, it's kind of game over for them. Oh, good defending.
Asking questions though, Hungary.
Asking questions.
Asking loads of questions of the Germany back line.
Andrick again did really well there.
Very different to the Scotland game.
He's a good player. See, when you like looking to do midfields, like it's like you can just see there's so many good players in this tournament. Benchmark says, when do you think England will get knocked out? Oh, that's a good question. When do you think England will get knocked out?
Realistically, actually no. If we are going to be realistic, I'm going to say I'm not saying yet. I want to see how the rest of the group stage games go.
But you're not allowed, you have to say.
Yeah, that's true. See, I could just give you either end of the stick here, though. I could say Germany top the group and England top the group, and it ends up being an England-Germany final. Or it could be a bit more negative. But this is only going off the first game against Serbia, where I don't think... Yeah, obviously England did...
I think we're going to top the group.
Yeah, England did enough against Serbia, but there was just some things where it looks like, you know, top teams will pick apart at. And that makes me think we could be heading out like around the quarters again. But I'll be optimistic right now and say a Germany-England final. That's what I'm going to go with. But like I said, I'm not realistically going to say anything until the end of the group stage. I want to see if England kick on the next two games.
I reckon semis.
Yeah.
I hope we get to the final, but I reckon semis. And for me, that's still an underperformance. We should be getting to the final.
Yeah, do you know what it is though, Beth? Like, regardless of how the team's set up, there's enough players in, there's enough quality in there to get them by. But then again, it doesn't necessarily work like that because it never worked like that with the golden generation, did it? So
there's one thing I want to say about this game. I think it's proved to me that Scotland were just really poor.
Oh yeah, they were terrible.
Because Germany have been decent, but Hungary got beat 3-1 off Switzerland. Let's bear that in mind. And Germany are doing all right, but like they've not battered Hungary by any stretch.
Yeah.
Musiala's just so... He's like a gazelle. With the ball at his feet, just like the way he moves with it.
I did kind of expect like Hungary to be in the game though, based on like we said, you know, they are fighting for their lives there, and they did have the Germany-Scotland game to use as, you know, as a blueprint of what to expect. So I wasn't expecting like complete turnover. I thought they'd get a goal. I'm going to stick with my initial prediction of 3-1 Germany.
Oh,
Szoboszlai's got to get that better, but it's still on this.
Oh no, that pass was poor.
Szoboszlai's got to get that right, hasn't it? Szoboszlai, whatever.
You're the talisman of the team. You've got to be getting them right. I'm sorry. Darren Mulaney says, what do you think as Tar as a defender for United? I think Tar is a good player, but I think it's nailed on he's going to Bayern Munich, if I'm not mistaken. Who got the goal just tuned in? Musiala got the goal. He's
now top scorer at the Euros, yeah.
He is, with 2 under his belt.
The only player with 2.
Mm-hmm. So it's anyone's... I mean, obviously, we've only like one game in, but, you know, sometimes, you know, if there's like a thrashing, like, someone can run away with the golden boot quite early. But in the opening game, even though it was a 5-1, there was 5 different scorers, I'm pretty sure. So we're in a situation where the golden boot's really open.
Yeah, I've been keeping tabs on it because obviously I put a bet on Ireland, so I've been kind of hoping no one scores more than one.
At least he's still in there for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's through now to Havertz.
I've been keeping check. But then again, though, Beth, if I want Ireland to get up there, he's got to score against England tomorrow.
Me and Maud were having this conversation before. Do you know what Maud said?
I heard it. I heard what he said. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. I don't get it.
He'd be happy if England got beat, but Eriksen scored. He said to me.
That's mad to me.
Right,
that's not right. You're not an England fan. You're not.
Yeah. He obviously doesn't get up for it as much as we do.
Eriksen obviously like, you know, he's a United player, but no.
Some people don't. My dad's always like really like negative towards England.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest.
I'm the opposite. I get really into it.
I'm not the biggest England fan going, but I definitely want them to beat Denmark.
No, I get really into it.
I want us to win the tournament. Like, you know how much I love Bruno Fernandes. We play Portugal.
And why not as well?
We play Portugal. I want to win. Like, you know.
And you get an international tournament every 2 years. Why not just get up for it and have a bit of fun? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that was good vision. Pull it back. Great feet. Oh.
Ooh, keeper's done well. Get on top of it, and he has done.
Cruz, that was a good effort, you know. early doors, are people still sticking with their predictions of who they think is going to win the tournament, or has people's mind changed? Has your mind been changed by one game? Let me know in the comments. Is anyone surprised you? Has anyone surprised you? Is anyone coming to your predictions? Let me know what you think. Get in the chat your thoughts on who is the best young player in the Euros. Make sure you get your voting on that, by the way. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you for sticking with us. Who's the best young player in the Euros so far? We have 61% for Yamal, 27% for Arda Güler, and 13% for Xavi Simons. Callie Springer says Romania are dark horses.
Keep an eye on them, but I won't judge anybody really till the.
I just think Ukraine were pretty poor.
Yeah.
Honestly. Shock says, another question, who would you take for United? Arda, Xavi, or... He's talking about Yamal there.
Which one would I take at United? I would say...
I'd take Yamal, personally.
He plays on the right, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Simons play? Simons plays on the right.
Simons can play on the right, yeah.
He can, but it's not preferred position.
He's very versatile, can do left, right, or he can do play cam as well.
Yeah, I'd just be looking at, in terms of United, I'd just be looking at who's going to play the best on the right wing.
And plus, there's so much longevity, and he's 16 years old, for God's sakes. Like, it's mad.
Yamal's 16.
Did you not know that? He's 16. He's the youngest player to ever play at Euros.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That.
He's not got his GCSE results back.
I didn't even do mine because of COVID. Oh. I was that year. Mad. That's the real golden generation. That two year.
How old are you?
20.
Oh, wow, you are.
I'm only a couple of years younger than you.
I feel old now you've said that.
You leave school in 2018?
I was in 2017. I was in.
Oh, you were 3 years above me then.
Yeah, I was in uni. I was in uni when COVID happened, so that makes me feel old. Yeah, I'm 23. Hungary, it keeps messing me up, this white kit. I keep thinking the white kit's Germany, because Germany's usually white. People saying to check your passport.
2003.
Mad.
George mad though, I looked like... Remember when everyone was going mad about Luke Littler when he was 16?
Yeah, that was you.
That was me. Like, I was buying cigs for people when I was 16.
See, I'm the opposite. Everyone always thinks I look younger.
Yeah.
I literally get ID'd.
I said to you, right, when I first met you, I actually thought you were older just off the fact that I feel like you've been around for ages. Like, I feel like I've seen you on United Stand and stuff for years and years. So I thought you were like 26 or something like that. Okay. Not based off how you look, obviously. not going there. I'm just saying, I just felt like you'd been around for years.
Well, I did start doing stuff on the United Stand, like with United stuff, like, I think I was 19.
Yeah.
When I started doing like just bits and bobs.
About 4 years ago.
Yeah, because I was at uni at the time, I remember. It was actually COVID when I started doing stuff for United Stand, yeah. Havertz has been subbed off for, is it Fulkrug?
Look like it. Yeah, because I've watched the channel for years, and I've always remembered you on it.
Oh,
for most of the time.
Thank you very much.
I've watched it, so I just thought you were a bit older because of that.
I think these are meant to be our best years now, going into our 20s. I mean, getting down below what you think as well, because I mean, everyone says your 20s are the best years of your life, but I'm hearing now 30 is the new 20. And I'm hearing your 30s are like the best years.
Yeah, I've always thought it'd be 30s, you know, because I think 20s are like...
That's you figuring life out.
Yeah, exactly. So
even though I'm excited for these
I think your 20s is an experiment.
Yeah, and then you do it right in your 30s.
20s is character development.
You have a bit more money usually as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You've got a career locked down. Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
What a pass. Yeah. Not Bellingham, Musiala on the ball. Got mixed up then. And the 6 Foot agent says, as an American, can you explain what GCSEs and A-levels are? I always hear about them, but have no idea what they're there for. I
can't remember the name, like equivalent.
They're like SATs is what my producer's saying to me. Producer used to live in America, so he knows more about this sort of stuff. Hungary, wait, I've got a cross in the box.
Good ball, that.
Header. Oh, I should have done better. It was looping. GCSEs are what you do at the end of high school. So you're 16?
Yeah.
When you do your GCSEs. And then the A-levels, you do them at the end of college. Americans call university college.
Yeah.
College for us is like
High school.
It's like high school for
They
them.
have middle school.
Yeah, they have middle school. So high school for us is like middle school for you, and then college for us is like high school for you, and that's when we do our A levels, which gets us into our university, which you would call college. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that's right. That.
I'm trying to.
Bang on.
I think that's what we got. Hungary deserve a goal, says Christopher.
They do, and I really want to see it.
I really want to see it because everyone's gassing Germany up like crazy, aren't they? Saying like, you know,
me included, to be fair.
Nagelsmann this, Musiala that, you know, home soil this, like the players they've got that. And do you know, if Hungary could get a goal here and put a cat amongst the pigeons, it'd be really exciting. We've got, I think I've read all the super chats out as for now. If you've got any other questions, make sure you get them in. Reading through the chat now. Brosi says, I'm a German fan, but think Hungary deserves a goal. Hungary are a dark horse, is what someone said. I mean, they got beat up by Switzerland.
Yeah, people are very...
God, you can see the bench there.
Reactionary.
I know people do react off one game. Like we said, Argentina got beat by Saudi in the World Cup.
I was literally about to say, who's the fella before who was saying... you're saying another team were dark horses. I can't remember who he said, but it's like...
Romania.
Yeah, Romania. And it's like us saying, you know, Saudi dark horses off the back of beating Argentina in the group stage. I always think play the 3 group stage games, you know, before you make your judgment. That's what I think because it's
brilliant turn from Musiala.
It's not unusual to take a couple of games to get warmed into it.
Turkey dark horse. They're my dark horses.
Turkey.
Yeah, honestly, I think with the group they've got, personally, I don't think that was handball.
Well, I said Denmark, but they were underwhelming in the first game. But then again,
I said Denmark at first, but I didn't see much out of them in that game when we.
They were very underwhelming, wasn't they?
Yeah, in my opinion, they were. Did you watch that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 65%. Germany have got a little bit more possession in the second half, but they've not really got many chances.
In terms of attempts, very equal. Germany with only one more attempt, and both got 3 shots on target.
Exactly. So Hungary do deserve a goal out of this. Someone is saying Scotland are dark horses. Don't sleep on him. It'll be interesting.
That's the thing, though. Let's see.
Do tonight.
Yeah, let's see what if they come out all guns blazing because you know
everyone's written them off.
Yeah, they completely got it wrong against Germany, and they might change it up and get it right. Who knows? You won't know until the end of the group. We could be. Let's say Scotland go and win the next 2 games, people could be going, oh, Scotland might do something now. Do you know what I mean? You never know. This is why I was saying, wait till the end of the group stage games before you make your judgment. It's why I don't want to make my judgment on England yet, because I could be really optimistic and say they'll go far and get to the final, or it could be the complete opposite end of the stick and say they'll crash out in the 16. But realistically, I don't know how they're going to perform yet. Do you know what I mean? I've got no. I'm basing it off one game.
Here's an interesting one. Someone has put in the chat, the Swiss will win this group, but Germans will win the Euros.
Interesting. Wonder what odds you get on that, mate. That's a bit of a...
Switzerland did look good the other day against Hungary, I can't lie.
Yeah, so you say that's a bit of a crystal ball take, but...
Corrupt says, Switzerland underrated, they knocked out France in Euro 2020. Switzerland do look good. I'm going to be honest, they do look good. I mean, getting the thoughts about that, what you think about that, what has been said in the chat. The best young player in the Euros, best young playing in the Euros, Yamal's won that with 60%, so thank you for that poll as well. Hungary got a corner now, Soboslai. A goal here would really make it interesting for the last 20 minutes or so. Let's see what they've got. Ooh.
Good ball in the box. He's going to go back in.
I think he's gone two up. Yeah.
It's a good corner though.
Germany defended pretty well. Kerkez there weren't great. Kerkez, we need to see more from you if you're going to be United's left back.
Yeah, I've not
even noticed left back. Might because we're just in good conversation, but I've not even noticed Kerkez this game.
What's the Polish fella called? That we've had our eye on. Zalewski.
Oh, do you know, I got murdered for that on Twitter because I said I really like Zalewski as a potential left-back option. and everyone was saying he's a winger, he's a winger, he's a winger.
Ah.
But he was playing left back for them,
Yeah.
or wing back.
Yeah.
But I thought he looked really good. I thought he looked defensively all right as well. I'm going to be watching Zalewski next game for Poland.
Yeah. He looked really good.
I'm actually on the next Poland watch-along, I think.
Regardless of what position someone plays, you kind of just make your own gauge of, like, people call it the eye test.
Yeah.
You know, when you watch them on the ball, how they carry the ball, and he looks good going off that. Looks like he looks after the ball really well.
Yeah, I really liked Zalewski when I watched him. Hungary manager looks like he's getting a little bit frustrated. It's because he knows there's something to be got from this game.
Yeah, it's do or die now. Like, realistically, man, put yourself in the shoes of a Hungary fan right now. You got 25 minutes to really get anything from this entire tournament. They'll be biting the nails on the edge of the seat right now.
Do you think there's any chance, like, an outsider wins the Euros, not one of the big dogs? Actually going to win?
No.
No, yeah.
No. I can't see it, but you don't know. Like, until you get through the group stages, you'll never know. It'd be easier to look at if you had the pool of 16 teams. It'd be easier to look at because then you can gauge. You know, you might get a team who tops a group unexpectedly. A team might top the group, and obviously goes a long way that, you know, getting an easier run to the final. You can get to the semi-finals without having to play an hard team yet. Do you know what I mean? That's
a good cross. Tell you who are really disappointing, Belgium.
Yeah, but they've been underwhelming for the last couple of tournaments, haven't they?
Oh, cross coming in. Brilliant cross.
Good goal.
Brilliant
Is it Gundogan?
Goal.
Yeah.
Gundogan. No, but I think that cross, I think it was from Wirtz.
Was it?
I think. And that might be why he got picked before, and that's game over for Hungary, I'm sorry. Absolute game over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Unfortunate, but.
I wanted to see that go to the death then, but that's game over.
Yeah. Germany had to get that goal just to put the game to bed.
It wasn't Wirtz. Wirtz has been subbed, I think it was. Who is it who got the assist there?
Was it Sane, maybe?
Sane, that's it. I'm pretty sure it was Sane.
I've not got my chat, my iPad's died.
Who got the assist? I can't see it.
Oh, no, it's not. Is it the guy who he told you to pronounce his name before?
Oh, yeah, it's a left back. Middlestat.
That's the one. Yeah.
There he is. Don't know why. I thought then, for some reason, I don't know why, I thought it was 17, which is why I thought it was Wirtz, but no, it's the left back. Wirtz has been subbed for Sane. Nagelsmann, look at him, absolutely loving it.
They mean business this year, don't they? They seriously mean business this year, Germany. Well, they've been disappointing, haven't they? I mean, if you put yourself in the shoes of a German fan, they went out the 2018 World Cup in the group stages and then went out in the 16 in the Euro 2020 to England, wasn't it? I'm
going to be honest though, like Hungary, Hungary deserved a goal. The issue with Hungary is they don't have the end product. They don't have the quality.
Yeah.
That's the difference here. They just don't have the quality. I mean, Middlestat is the top player, says MKF, and a lot of people saying he's way better than Luke Shaw because we went with Luke Shaw in our combined. That was a good cross from him, and it was nice to see from the left. I like it when the left backs and the right backs get forward and get involved in the attacking play. It was a really, really good pick Gundogan out, and you know Gundogan's a bit inevitable, isn't he? Like you were saying.
Yeah.
I think Germany now will run away with the game. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll just stick with me 3-1, like I said.
Do you reckon Hungary will score, though? I don't see him scoring.
I don't know. They had chances to score. You know what I mean? They've had like 11 attempts, haven't they?
I do think, though...
Going to get another German goal there, aren't we? Ooh.
I do think with, against a better team, Germany, defensively they'll have to be a little bit more solid.
They can be got at, yeah.
Because Hungary have got in a few times.
Like a lot of times.
Yeah.
11 attempts is no...
They've got in quite a few times. If they had better end products, then it could be a different story. So when they come up against a better opposition, then maybe we'll have to see how they do them.
I'd love to see how different this Germany side is from the Germany side that England beat in the Euro 2020. I'd love to see the Euro 2020 lineup.
For England?
No, for Germany. And see how different is the Germany lineup now. Wirtz wasn't in there. I'm pretty sure Musiala was in there.
Germany 2020.
Yeah, versus England. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but Wirtz played in that... not Wirtz, sorry. Musiala played that game, didn't he?
I don't think it was 2021, wasn't it?
Oh, it was 2021, yeah. Yeah, because of the COVID thing, yeah.
Okay, we have here... I think we've got it. We beat Germany 2-0. Okay, there you go. There's a
Did Musiala not play that game?
Nope.
Was he on the bench?
Yes,
yeah, he was on there. I knew I'd seen him. I remembered seeing him.
He came on. They had Cruz in there, Kimmich in there, Rudiger in there, Hummels was in there at the time.
Yeah.
Muller's in there.
Wow,
Werner's in there. Goretzka's in there.
Yeah, so it's definitely a stronger lineup now, isn't it?
It's a different team. It's a different team. I mean, look at England's team. Sancho on the bench, Mount on the bench. Sterling was playing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Phillips was playing.
I thought Calvin Phillips was quality across the tournaments for England.
He was, but unfortunately his career's fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, like completely.
Yeah.
I did actually want United to sign him before he went to City.
Nah, I didn't.
I did want him. I also wanted Grealish before he went to City.
I wanted Grealish, yeah. I wanted Grealish. Loic says Germany's clinical, humble. It's why they win trophies. Musiala's coming off and Andrik's coming off now. Who was
that? Sorry, who's humble?
Germany's humble, that's what they said.
Oh.
Andrik and Musiala is coming off for... Let's have a look. Emre Can.
Furyk. Emre Can's interesting because I remember when Dortmund played that Champions League final.
Emre Can,
sorry. I couldn't believe it because I was like, Emre Can, I kind of wrote him off.
He's literally been around for ages. He's another one that's been around for so long.
I wrote him off completely.
Yeah, he was at Liverpool, weren't he? And then he went to Dortmund. And...
Yeah. I couldn't believe he was as good as he was in the Champions League final. I thought he was Dortmund's best player.
Someone said Germany isn't humble. That's what the chat said to me. Maybe it's the Germans in the chat there. Oh, Hungary. I don't get why Hungary aren't throwing more players forward. Like, you're 2-0 down. Just go for the game.
Yeah.
Like, go for it. Like, you know what?
At 1-0 you understand it, but at 2-0 now it's like, yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got 20 minutes left. Like, let's get a bit of momentum and put players forward.
Hey, you look at
I get they don't want to be embarrassed, but...
Yeah, and Germany looks so much more comfortable now. The way they're knocking the ball about.
If England came up against Germany, like, watching this game, how do you think the game would go?
I couldn't tell you. I don't want to say because if England play like they played against Serbia, then they'll get beat probably. But England can play way better than they played against Serbia. Do you know what I mean? They can play better than that, and they will play better than that. I'm going to say. I think they will play better than that. It's very easy to be reactionary about it. You know, England did enough. They did enough against Serbia. On another day, they could have got beat. Do you know what I mean? Serbia had chances and they could have scored them on another day, but they've done enough. They've got to figure it out because they can't play like that against, you know, like Spain, Germany, Netherlands. These top teams that we're watching, they will get found out. But I trust that there's enough quality in the side for them to figure it out and warm into the tournament.
Oh, that was class.
I think he's
offside.
off. Yeah.
It's dead out of the way. Here's one for you. If you could take one player from Germany to put into England's side, who would you pick?
Current England's side, I would be looking to swap out the left winger. Not necessarily, I'm not saying I'd be looking to swap Foden out, but I basically am. I just want a winger who's going to provide more width on that left-hand side. I'd be looking at Wirtz. But then again, though, in terms of wingers, he's not a million miles away from what Foden's doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not exactly. He's not a direct, pacey winger, is he?
Yeah. Who have they got in midfield? Cruz.
I'm not joking. I think I'd genuinely pick. I know there's so many unreal talents. I think I'd genuinely pick. Oh, that was
good
a
effort. Was it Gundogan?
effort.
No, not Gundogan. Who was it? Oh, Sane, was it?
I think I genuinely picked Rudiger, you know, and
I started thinking
I'm not
that
taking the
towards the
piss because
end.
of what you said before.
No, I get
I'm just
why.
thinking of our centre-back situation. Like, you know, our centre-back situation is, like, say if anything happens to Stones or Gahey, we really are on thin ice. And obviously, Rudiger gets in ahead of Gahey, even though Gahey did really well the other night. Gahey's going to be an exciting one to monitor throughout the rest of the
What's the
tournament.
name of this number 9 chap for Hungary?
Kirkes has been swapped out.
What's the name of the number 9 for Hungary everyone's talking about? Adam.
Oh my gosh.
He's a unit.
He's an absolute unit. I feel like this is just going to be one of them games where Germany kind of see it out now. Just fancy another goal.
Yeah, I'm still fancying 3-1.
Nothing coming out of that.
I'm just going to stick with what I said originally.
What do you reckon? How do you reckon it affects Mbappe if he? Sorry, I'm not Mbappe. How do you reckon it affects France if Mbappe does have to miss a couple of games because of his nose break?
I'd be very surprised if he misses the games. Is that going to happen, that?
Apparently he's going to miss the game against Netherlands because of his nose break.
But why would that be? Is that for concussion, concern of concussion?
I think potentially, and I don't know if it's concern of concussion. I think it's just because they just need to wait for it to heal a little bit first before they put the mask over it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then obviously he's going to wear a mask.
It's obviously a big concern. He's France's best player.
And can I just say, even if you're wearing a mask, it's still off-putting having a broken nose trying to play with that.
I agree, yeah.
It does take something your edge off your game.
I agree, yeah, I agree. It's definitely not ideal, is it?
Do you reckon it's something that could hinder France in their hopes of kind of progressing through the tournament, or?
Yeah, well, they'd be hoping to have him back sooner than later. It's obviously a massive knock. He's France's best player, but who do France have who can replace him? Sure, I imagine we'll have a couple.
That is absolute shite. I'm sorry, but it is. That was terrible.
Who could France put in there over Mbappe? I'm sure they have a couple options who could probably do a pretty decent job.
Oh yeah, they have options for sure. Don't you find it wild, the fact like Camavinga's on the bench for France?
Yeah, it's mental.
Kante's absolutely rolled the years back. He's done brilliantly. He will wear a Ninja Turtle mask, is what people are saying.
Do you know what? I'd be surprised if he even missed any games, you know.
I think he's going to miss that Netherlands game, I think.
I'd be...
I'll tell you what,
I'd be shocked,
here's
really.
one for you. I think Netherlands could win that game, based off what I've seen so far in the tournament.
It's going to be a good game for sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, because you're obviously counting in for the fact that France were pretty underwhelming, weren't they?
Okay, if you could take one player from France for England, who would you take?
I'm being stupid for overthinking this, which is Mbappe, probably. Would you? Who would he go in over? You could put Mbappe on the left.
Yeah, okay.
I'd put Mbappe on the left for England.
Sorry, let's exclude Mbappe because he's obvious. Mbappe's obvious.
Okay.
You're going to go with Mbappe left. If it could be somebody else. I'd go with the left back, Theo Hernandez.
That's a good shout.
Because we don't have a left back currently. And he's really good.
You could probably put any of the France midfield in over Trent if we're going to look at it like the England 11.
Yeah, but we've got midfielders on the bench that could do that. We've got Mainoo, we've got Wharton.
Yeah. I actually think Mainoo will break into the side, you know.
I hope so.
I have a feeling he will. I think if he gets...
Southgate will be forced into it?
I think if he gets a 30, 40-minute cameo, if England are 1-0 down or whatever, and he's forced to make a change, I think it's enough time for him to impress, enough to get into the lineup.
I hope so.
I could really see it happening, because the midfield balance that we're talking about with Trent being in there, it's not just me being a Man United fan picking on Trent. I guarantee you it'll get picked up on sooner than later. I think the Trent thing will get picked up on by the coaching staff.
We're not going back to Trent.
Yeah.
You really need
be here all day.
you need like a whole
I don't even hate the guy, you
show
know.
on this.
I don't even hate the guy. Like, do you know what? I enjoy watching him knock the ball about the pitch. He's got a very David Beckham-esque technique when he passes the ball, and I enjoy watching it. And you know, it don't matter that he plays for Liverpool. I'm not even thinking about that. I just think he's not a midfielder. Like, it just doesn't look right to me. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people think he is a midfielder, but to me, it just doesn't look like a midfielder when he's in there.
A lot of people are saying Saliba.
Yeah, Saliba's a good shout. Yeah. Put him in over Gaya.
Yeah, it's a good shout, but I think left back wise, like,
Stones and Saliba actually be a really good.
It would
really
be,
top
but it depends when Luke Shaw's back. That's why I said Theo Hernandez.
Yeah,
like, we need a left back so badly. I would have honestly, rogue shout from me. If I was Southgate, I would have honestly give Mitchell a go. I can't lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Germany on the break here.
Yep, Germany are on the break.
It's Furyk.
Have a look here.
That is terrible.
Gone for glory.
That
mate.
is pants.
You don't do that if you're only 1-0 up, by the way. That's a bit of complacency.
Yeah, that's awful, that.
Benchmark says, who scores the most goals, Kane, Mbappe or Ronaldo?
Mbappe, for me.
Ronaldo.
Oh, is this for the entire tournament?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you know what I was thinking? I thought you meant in the England team because we were saying put Mbappe in the England team, sorry. Kane, Mbappe or Ronaldo? Well, I'll have to go with my initial finger saying France are going to go out early. I'll have to stick with my guns because that's what I said. So I won't pick Mbappe. I think Kane will score more than... Oh, I don't know, actually. Who's going to get more penalties, Portugal or England?
Nah,
they're going to score a couple penalties each, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, but I just think England are a team that I mean, I'd love us to score more goals, but Southgate loves to shut up shop early doors, so I just
Kane
don't
was
know.
non-existent against Serbia.
Yeah, exactly. I'm basing it off one game here, but I think Ronaldo personally. But good chatting, really good chat. Who will score the third goal? I don't think there will be one, to be honest with you. Hull says, still thinking about that Bellingham volley pass.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, but if like KDB would have done that, it would be plastered everywhere.
Yeah.
For like weeks on end. Like, it was a brilliant pass. The guys want a poll. Let's do a poll on that one. Mbappe, Ronaldo or Kane, who will score the most goals in the Euros? Let's get that poll going for people to vote on.
Did we pick top scorer in our predictions?
Yeah.
Who did you go for?
I went with Mbappe, but now I'm not sure because he's broke his nose.
Okay. If you had to change, who would you go for?
Ronaldo.
Really? I don't know if
I don't know why.
I don't know if I back Portugal to go far. I'm not sure.
I think they will. I've got them to our winners.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Who would you go for? You sticking with Mbappe?
No, I went with...
That was a good defensive header by
I went with
Emre Can.
Ireland, didn't I?
By the way, that number 9, oh my lord, he does not look like a footballer.
No.
That is incredible.
See, this is what Hungary need to do. Keep putting them balls in. Sane's done well, to be fair.
Yeah, really well. People are putting Jude Bellingham's
as top scorer.
No volley pass down. I thought it was brilliant. Kane, if he gets a goal tomorrow, says Callie Springer. Gundogan's getting replaced here.
It's early door. It's all guesswork, isn't it? It's all like... We're not really basing it off anything right now.
Right, okay, so here's one for you. If you're Southgate going into the game tomorrow, what's your starting 11?
If I'm Southgate, probably, if I'm looking at it from Southgate's, put himself in Southgate's shoes, he'll pick the same 11, I think. But if I was the England manager...
Yeah, if you were the England manager, that's what I'm saying.
I would go with the same back line, assuming Luke Shaw's not available. I would go Rice... I would go... Can we... See, it's so weird. Like, can you play Bellingham and Foden in the midfield? You can't do it, can you? Like, it's too much, isn't it? What do you think? Do you think Bellingham's good enough to drop back?
Yeah.
But then again, why would you take him away from where he played against Serbia because he was England's best player?
That's what I mean.
So you can't.
As much as I'd like to see it, I don't think we should do it.
Yeah.
Personally.
I'd probably go Rice. Fuck it. I'll go Rice, Mainu, and Bellingham, and then I'd go Foden, Kane, and Saka.
You'd go Foden on the left again?
I would, yeah.
Nah.
I would.
I'm sorry. I'm putting Gordon on.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow. Big call.
Big call. Balls to make the calls.
It's a big call, that, but...
I'm sorry, we just didn't have enough... We didn't have enough stretch in our team.
No, I agree with you. I said it myself before, like, we got the left-hand side's non-existent.
I'd bring Foden on.
How do you... so harsh leaving him out.
Yeah, but he wasn't good last game. I'm sorry. You've got.
Yeah, he wasn't.
You've got to earn your place.
Yeah, he wasn't good, but it's Phil Foden. Like,
I know, and he's.
Do you know
brilliant.
how some players have an exception? He does.
I get that, but how many times has he played for England and we've not seen the Phil Foden from City?
How many times has he played in midfield for England though?
Yeah, but he's not playing in midfield. You've not even put him in midfield.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like if he's. Can I just say, it's the same thing of what you're saying for Trent.
Yeah.
It is. You're saying, oh, it's Phil Foden, though. Someone could say, oh, it's Trent, though. Like, Foden is a midfielder, so either play him in midfield or don't play him. Unfortunately, Bellingham's got that position right now for him.
Yeah.
So Bellingham plays there. It's like how you don't force Trent into midfield. Walker's got that position. So Trent, unfortunately, as good as he is, can't play.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to Gordon on left anyway. I think he'll offer something different.
And it's mad to think, oh, good pass, pull it back. To just keep prodding and prodding.
Do you know who my ideal left winger would have been though? Jack Grealish.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why he's left him out.
Yeah, there must have been something. He's obviously seen something that we don't get to see, something behind the scenes. He must have done.
But think about how many right wingers he's got. So he's got Bowen,
yeah, exactly.
he's got Palmer.
I made this point too.
He's got Bowen, he's got Palmer, and clearly Bowen's above Palmer in the pecking order, as we saw the other night. And Bowen was pretty good actually when he came on. So you've got Bowen, you've got Palmer, you've got Saka. Like, is there anyone I'm missing?
No, that's right.
It. And then on the left you've got Foden and you've got Gordon. But honestly, I'm thinking to myself, he should have took Grealish instead of like Tony probably.
Yeah.
As good as.
No, do you know what? I think you're bang on. I'd take Grealish probably over Tony.
As much as I like Tony, like, is he gonna?
He's not going to have. Yeah.
Is he going to play ever?
Yeah, exactly. Whereas I think Grealish has got a use. I really do think he's got a use. I think Grealish would have been super important to have in the games against Germany, Spain. Do you know the top side?
That's drawing fouls.
That is where I would have played Grealish. Yeah. I'm going to sound like Ricky here. I'm going to sound like Ricky here. But I'm sick to death of people saying all Grealish does is pass backwards. Would you rather the other team have the ball? Do you know what I mean? Against the Germany or Spain, you give the ball away, you get punished.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have Grealish on the ball who looks after it. That's me personally, and I do really sound like Ricky there saying, you know, that is a real Ricky thing to say. Like, he looks after the ball, do you know what I mean? But it's true in these tournaments when there's so much on the line. I said it before, cover your back. Do you know what I mean? Cover your back first.
I think this is a goal. Oh no.
No.
Deflection. Wasted a lot of opportunities, Germany, here to make it 3, by the way. But no, I think as well, when you're trying to draw, like, say if you're trying to, hold on to a win, that drawing the fouls from Grealish, or if you're trying to get a goal, then fouls for set pieces are really important. So, yeah, I think he dropped the ball not taking Grealish personally.
I think in general though, when I've spoke, like, not as many people as you'd think really think not taking Grealish is a big deal, to be honest with you.
Sané's not had his best game.
He wasn't great against when he came on against Scotland either.
See, Sané's so weird because he's so hit and miss. Like, I've seen him have some incredible games of football.
I've never seen him hit the heights. Am I being stupid here? I've never seen him hit the heights he hit at City. I thought he was so good at City.
Yeah, City was unbelievable.
I thought he was so good at City.
He's had some good games for Bayern, to be fair, but no, it's City.
Just going off that general eye test thing, I thought he was unbelievable at City.
Our left back's got the yellow card there.
But then again, I don't watch German football every week, whereas I do watch English football every week. So Oh, that number 9 should took a clattering.
No,
it's off the
how?
line. That's Gundogan. No, Kimmich off the line.
That, by the way, Hungary. How Hungary haven't scored a goal in this game, I don't get it. Like
We're still in play here.
They should have scored a goal in this game, and now...
That is shocking from Szoboszlai.
Is that Szoboszlai?
That was shocking.
That was terrible.
Sané's got to get...
Oh, my Lord. Sané again. Terrible. Again, if Bruno would have done that pass.
Some poor football there, I'm not going to lie. It's gone a bit scrappy. But we're coming into injury time now,
they look
people.
knackered, I think, most of them.
Yeah, Szoboszlai must be knackered because that ball was terrible.
It was awful. Awful. And we've got Radders EU saying, as Ricky would say about that, team shape, and he's spot on.
Yeah, it is spot on. Having a winger who's actually going to play his position, you're gonna benefit from it more. Do you know what I mean? Than just having, you basically not got a position on the pitch.
Rishi Goldio says Rishi Sunak predicted to lose his seat. Thoughts?
Not bothered.
Don't really have any thoughts, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not really a politics person, to be honest with you, mate.
This is that's football, not that's politics. That's what I would
politics.
say to that.
That'd be an interesting channel.
I do enjoy a bit of question time sometimes, though. Am I a weirdo for that?
Do you know which one I do actually enjoy watching? The one in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't watch that one.
just think Donald Trump's funny.
No, I don't watch that. I watch sometimes I watch a bit of question time and I enjoy that, but sometimes I don't want to think about the state this country's in.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
I think ignorance is bliss when it comes to it.
It makes me really sad, to be fair. Sané is terrible in this tournament. Yeah, he's been poor. I take back what I said about Sané on the last stream with Mods. I said he was up there in, he's one of the better wingers for me, but he's been terrible the last 2 games. Like, genuinely terrible. Radders EU says he will have to find his Sky remotes first. Who's that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was on about.
Who will be top scorer in the Euros? Let's see what people are saying. So I'm going to go with Ronaldo. Let's see what other... I can't see. Can't see the poll. I think he's messing up. It's so annoying. It's 39% Ronaldo. Ronaldo's winning with 1%, and Mbappe's on 38 and Kane's on 23.
That's interesting.
See the amount of stick Kane gets?
Yeah, but... it's weird with Kane. Like, it really is weird. He was non-existent against Serbia, but you can't write him off. You cannot write him off. No way.
Best striker in the world, in my opinion, but just hasn't, again, another player that Southgate's making look worse than
I agree with you, yeah.
The coach is supposed to get the best out of your players. He's making everyone look worse.
Yeah.
Who plays better for England than they do for their clubs? Nobody.
Nobody, yeah. I mean, realistically, there's only one player in the team who gets to, Bellingham, I suppose. Even Bellingham for Real plays further up the pitch, doesn't he? He plays almost like centre forward for Real, doesn't he?
Bellingham and Saka both turn up for England, to be fair.
Yeah, I was going to say Rice.
And Pickford, obviously.
I was going to say Rice is pretty much, when you think about it, probably the first name on the team sheet.
Yeah, Rice's
position is locked down, absolutely not up for debate.
Yeah.
And Kane, of course.
Yeah, but but what I'm saying is, he's not performing at the level he does for club.
Yeah, but it's one of those where it's like...
But because the manager hasn't got a system that suits the players he's got.
It's why I'm so, don't want to leave Foden out of that 11 we were doing. Do you know what you're saying about leaving Foden on the left? It's really... I can't imagine... It's got to be hard for a manager to leave a player of that quality out of the side. Do you know what I mean?
Full time there for Germany versus Hungary. Germany sail through 2-0 thanks to goals from Musiala and Gundogan. And Nagelsmann looks very, very happy. I'm going to be honest. As much as I like that game and the quality was good from Germany, I much prefer the games where it's edgier, the games. And for example, Croatia and Albania, they're not the fanciest names on the list.
Yeah, but it's all guns blazing, isn't it?
It's all guns blazing.
There's nothing to lose, yeah.
And it was so much more tense. But Germany looked very, very classy there in terms of just getting the job done and move on to the next one.
But they can be got at. They can definitely be got at. Hungary had a lot of half chances, we'll call them, where on another day, maybe with a top-class striker, could have been put away.
And there they are.
That sees Germany through.
Germany top of the group, and they're definitely going through, obviously. We'll see what Scotland have against Switzerland tonight. That'll be an interesting one. Goldbridge will be live from 7:30 on That's Football.
Oh, he's doing the McTominay watch-along.
Yeah, he's
nice.
doing a McTominay watch-along for Scotland versus Switzerland. And straight off the bat now, we've got some news about Todibo. The Todibo deal is off. He will not be able to come to Manchester United, according to Fabrizio Romano. Goldbridge will be reacting with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news on the United stand at 7 o'clock, 4 minutes time. Make sure you stick around. This stream will redirect you straight there. Rodders EU says thoughts on Pringles and Jaffa cakes. I mean, they're both very nice. Thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you everyone for sticking with us. Thank you for watching. If you watched both watch-alongs, if you were just tuning in for this one, thank you for getting your comments in. Thanks for interacting. Hit a like on the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Tull, thank you very much for coming on again.
It's been a pleasure.
And yeah, everyone, we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.